Shut up and sit down.
Reminder.
Hello gang, Colin here, Festa 67's workshop. Yeah.
I was having a swig of tea then, sorry.
And the guru himself.
Hello everybody, hello.
How are you doing, mate?
I'm alright mate, how you doing mate?
Fine and dandy-o, mate. Fine and dandy-o. Just have a quick looky-loos in the chatkins.
I'm going to guess there's probably at least 3 people, more than 3 people in chat.
Absolutely. We got Ross Medlock in, scale model Ninja, saying hello all, you hope you have a good show. Richard Pezzle's in, saying hello Colin, Foxx, Ross and the rest even in chatland.
Welcome
How you
to those
doing,
two.
Richard?
Welcome,
How you doing, mate? Graham McRoberts in, says need to mute the late night video and 24/7 because of him next door. Yeah, I know, Graham. Don't let him get under your skin, mate. He's going to PM me later. Wendy Hickson with an H is in, saying hugs at Festa 67's workshop and SC. Hello, darling. How you
Big
doing?
hugs to Wendy, and she knows why.
Absolutely.
She knows why. Thank you very much, Wendy. Big hugs.
She's also saying hugs to everyone in chat.
Wendy gets a beak nuzzle.
She gets a slightly magnified guffle.
She gets a beak twiddle. There you go. She knows why. She knows why.
Absolutely. Richard Pezzle saying hello, Wendy Hugs. Fox is saying good evening, everyone. Hope W, you are all lovely and fluffy and sparkly. Yeah.
Is that what I sound like? Really?
No, that's what you typed. Andy McClish going flump. Can of monster times. Good man. Marcus,
Oh yeah, Hopu.
Marcus Brunzin saying hello to Colin Foxx and all in chat. Hello,
Hey, Marcus.
Marcus. How you doing, mate?
And also to Andy and everyone else.
Paul D. Tommaso's in saying good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well, as do we, Paul. Hope you're doing all right. The lovely Sarah Jane is in, popped in.
Hello,
say
the lovely
hi,
Sarah Jane.
and then fall asleep when Fox starts waffling. Oh,
Oi.
bless you. Hope
I
you're doing
retract
all.
my hello.
Hope you're doing all right, Sarah Jane. And you know what I mean, darling, and you know where I am if you need us. James is in saying hello, Colin Foxx, and all in chat.
Welcome.
Paul D. Tommaso is saying to Sarah, hope you're doing all right, as is Marcus. Hugh Gordon's in, says hello, Clamp and Wolfie. Hello, Geese, how you doing?
What? Is that you or you?
You, as in Hugo. And he's saying hello to Sarah Jane. What's that? John Pole says, hi, all got modditized. Yeah, mate, you've been a mod for ages, John. Sarah Jane saying hi to Paul, struggling, how's yourself? Everyone's saying hello to each other. Eric is in from Twisted Row Hobbies saying hello. Hello, Eric.
Welcome.
Hope you're doing all right, mate. Lord Bartley the third's in saying evening, peeps. How you doing, mate?
Evening.
So everyone's saying hello back to
I've got the burps, I do
Lord
apologise.
Bartley. Andy McClish is saying hi to the chat and evening all. Hugh Gordon sending flowers to Sarah Jane. What else is going on there? Wendy saying hello to everyone. Retro Rabbit saying we got a movie sign. Panic. Absolutely, mate. Start running because it's time to do the show.
Leg it. Let's go.
Absolutely. Andy saying panic and panic.
My chat just disappeared.
Paul Shaplin's in, Plastic Monkey. Hello, Paul.
Paul.
Saying evening, guys. Hello, mate. Thanks for your support as usual, Paul. Much appreciated, buddy.
Evening.
Edward Leonard says, evening, Colin Foxx. Everyone in chat. Hello, Edward. Hope you're doing all right, mate.
I'm still going to do it.
Yeah, that's a poignant.
It's a sad, but I can't not do it. It doesn't really work at that angle, but you know.
Yeah.
You're still the Squish King to me, Edward.
Absolutely.
You'll always be the Squish King.
Paul saying hello to everyone. Lynn Dipple's in. Hello, love. How you doing? Sneaks in from her mum's house, says, hi, Fox, Colin hugs, hi, everyone. Got to go, take a picture of the Christmas tree. Bye. I will be lurking. Girl. Bobbins is in, saying hello. Hello, Bobbins. How you doing, mate?
Welcome.
So everyone's saying hello to each other. You sent me a PM on Messenger. No worries, mate. I'll pick that up after the show. Nigel's in from Nigel's modelling bench saying hello, everyone.
Evening, Nigel.
And also hello to Colin and Fox. Hello, Nigel. How you doing, mate?
Hello, hello, hello.
Thanks for your continued support, buddy. Mm-hmm. Saying hello to everyone else there.
Apparently,
Also
Retro
now-
Rabbit says Retro says the next one to say mate gets a bonk, but I don't know what the bonk would be in the
Gets a
context
bonk.
of.
Ah, it's bound to be me, mate, because I'm always saying it.
Could be,
Dean-
mate, but I don't know, mate. What do you think, mate?
Absolutely, geez. Dean Jones in says, hello, guys.
I'm not a
hope you're all
bonk in
good."
years. I'll take anything I can get.
Hello, mate. Or Neris.
I think Retro Rabbit may not realise what the British think. Consider the word bonk to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Even
Nigel,
Guthorn fell over at that.
Nigel's saying hello to you. Got all the MW clear coats in, and they seem to be pretty good. There you go. And you, Golden, is saying evening to Nige. Yeah. Oh dear, that's not good, Sarah Jane. No, that's bang out of order. She says nothing's happening until next year. No, that's not on, love. Social grounds, mate. Get in touch with them on social grounds. Jeff is in from Candygram for Mongo saying hello, Colin and Fox. Hello, everyone in chat.
Jeff.
Very good to see you again at Sarah Jane. Absolutely. So, geez,
Oh, okay. You all right, mate?
how you been? What have you been up to? How's mum? And don't forget, folks, this coming Sunday,
What's this coming Sunday, Cole?
it is deciding who the winners are on it on prize goodness.
That it be.
Yeah, it's come round quick, innit?
I know it's a week. Week goes very fast when you're
Yeah,
old.
it does. Don't forget, folks, for your chance to win either an Orc truck,
Oh,
a
truck.
Valkyrie,
Oh yes.
or a big ass Baneblade.
Big Beyblade.
Don't forget to tune in this Sunday on Warhammer Sunday over
yes.
on his channel. In there.
Don't forget though, tuning in is one thing, but it's more important that you go into last week's Warhammer Sunday and add the comment that you're required to put in. Go up
Absolutely.
to about 2 hours 45 minutes, and you'll see. We'll explain about the 2:47 mark.
Yeah.
2 hours 45 minutes. What you need to do, but
Absolutely.
you can probably figure it out by looking at the comments. Let's just be honest.
Absolutely. But yes, folks. So yeah, you got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
So what are you up to tonight on the bench, mate?
Well, first of all, I'm going to hand over to you because you need to show off all your amazingness on this. It's just sitting there. I'm going to put you full screen because seriously, just get your face around all of that.
Yeah,
Look at that.
I mean, it's all right. It's not great, is it? It's you
It's
know,
3 times as long as a Baneblade, and
yeah, it's still got a fair old bit. You know, it's got to have a bit of streaking and all of that. Look, it's had some chipping done on it.
somewhere in there is the kit it started out as.
It's from there to there.
Yeah, everything else is not part of that kit.
Minus these, and obviously there may be an HMS or chimney pot.
Quite possibly.
So yeah, it's been really fun, I must admit. I've done a little 3D printed shaman with a squig.
Look at that. Squig! Is it a
As
little
well.
grot? It's a little grot, isn't it?
Yeah, little grotty bloke.
Little grot with a squig.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a little staff with a squig head on it, or a squig egg and a grot head on it. So can't believe I just done a voice. Yeah,
You did, didn't you?
I did. Grots.
You're down the hole,
Because they're
you are.
grots. No, I'm not. Well, actually, yeah.
There is a very good reason why you're down the hole, which I'm sure if you've got it there with you, you can show to people.
What's that?
Something you acquired.
Oh,
You acquired something this week, didn't you?
what?
Something that contains words and pictures.
Oh,
You
yeah,
said-
that
you
ain't
told me.
arrived yet.
Oh, is it not? Oh, okay.
No, that's not arrived yet. See,
Oh,
so
okay.
your
Take that
attempt
back.
at throwing me under the bus.
Well, just pointing out that you happen to be under the bus is more like
Yeah, I may have also ordered paints this week.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think I bought all the paint. So
All the paints in the world.
yeah. So yeah, I am slightly down the hole, I think.
You are so down the hole, you're actually in China. And you'll be going on the tea towel of quarantine when you come back for at least a week.
Someone forgot or didn't have something to do earlier on, wasn't it? So you had to frantically run around.
Yes. Yeah, me put Guthorm away and I'll over there to watch the chat. Yeah, getting ready for today and I'm like, la 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 la, oh wait, crap. I finished the Beyblades.
Yeah.
Bollocks, what I'm actually going to work on. I've got nothing on the go. Because for the rest of this week now, for the next few days, it's going to be part works and then it's onto the E-models build. So I'm like, oh, crap sticks. So I need something for today and for Sunday. So I went through my box of stuff that I've built and primed. And I only had one thing that was primed and ready to go, and I didn't really want to paint that. So I went through all the stuff that was not primed, but already built. And it was like, it was raining all day, but I thought, I'll see if it clears. And I got 10 minutes today to do some priming. So I did some priming, I went for something small, and I'm doing the something or other, what's it called? Megatrack Scrap Jet, which of course is Orcs.
Oaks.
But it's the basically the plain fuselage with wheels on it.
Yeah, let's bung your full screen, mate.
I can't really stick the wheels on because they're mounted on sticks, but it's the ginormous plain fuselage.
Oh, that's a sexy bit of trackage, mate.
Yeah, it's got tracks on there, and it's got the racing wheels on the front like that, and it's got the dudes. So I got some priming done today. I primed the body red because it's going to be red.
Yeah.
And I want to do some dry. I don't really want to do spraying on live stream, so it's going to be dry brush highlighting. So I've done the body red, and I'll do that first. Then I'll paint all the metallics on. I've done the tyres black, so I can go over them with a black colour because they've got to be black. I've done the guys in Death Guard green just to get them primed.
Yeah.
And I've done the tracks in a grey sear because I want to try a method I've seen for doing rusty tracks, which involves painting them a grey colour and then doing washes of oil enamels or oil. Washes of just enamel or oil washes rather than painting them rusty colours.
Yeah.
So I want to try that.
That sounds interesting.
Try some, track rust on there and see what it looks like. And then I'll paint the wheels separately. So I did them a light grey. So I'm going to crack on with that anyway.
He said crack.
So I'm going to be doing the Orcs.
Oaks. Is it an oak with an oak?
Yeah, I nearly picked up my Shouty Space Horse, which is my Age of Sigmar Star Drake, and I thought, I need to get my head around painting that, and I'd rather film that. I needed something that I don't mind not being able to film.
Yeah.
I need to sacrifice something for the live stream, so I can always get another one of these and paint this separately for
Absolutely.
Filming, so.
Nigel says, question for UK people. I need to go to Northampton tomorrow. I can go A40 or A46 from Gloucester. Which way shall I go?
No idea.
A46, Nigel. Go with that.
I'll say A40 just to be different. Yeah. I don't know. I get. Go on.
No, you carry on, mate.
I get lost getting out of bed, so don't ever ask me for directions.
Yeah, go the way the sat-nav tells you, mate.
Yeah. If you haven't got a sat-nav, just get a sat-nav first.
Absolutely, mate.
Now, I do apologise for two reasons. One, my voice is a bit hoarse. And two, I can't stop yawning because I'm really absolutely knackered. So I do apologise if I keep yawning all night and I'm talking really like...
Oh, bless you.
My voice is a bit lumpy today. I don't know why.
Got the lurgy, folks. He's got the lurgy.
Clean, fresh.
I know.
Not for long.
Absolutely. Retro Rabbit says take the left road up sideways. Good man.
Yep. Try pulling your eyelid down and blowing your nose. I just went to flip my lenses down and they're not even on my glasses. I'm an idiot.
Oh, just where he said that. I'll pick mine up now.
Je suis un spoon.
Yeah. So, folks, important question of the day. What's on the bench? What's in your belly?
Yes. Le bench et aussi le belly. Now, I don't know if that pattern on there is part of the tyre or if it's like metal chunks. I don't know. I need the box art. Where's the box art?
Where's the box art when you need it, eh?
Well, I tend to hang on, I pressed a button. I tend to cut the bits out when I've got all the things made.
Have you just done a TED?
When I banged the helicopter. Why would I say helicopter? What? Apparently I banged the helicopter. I don't know what the hell that means. I banged the keyboard as I was moving. Where's my... There it is. There it is.
Bless him. He has one simple job to do, folks.
When I finish a build, I keep the pretty pictures from the box. Just for reference. So
yeah, I'll keep all the instructions.
Well, I don't need the Beyblade anymore. That can go away now. I'm pretty sure I know how to paint a Beyblade from now on. Which one am I doing? That's the
Yeah, you got to have a painty Baneblade goodness, mate.
that's the Boom Decker Snareswagon, I think. That's the Rooker Truck Squig Buggy. I love the names.
Nigel's going belly nothing, bench nothing. Andy McClish says, "Damn it, Fox, you had one job." Yeah, I know, Andy. One simple job is all he had.
What's that? That's the what's that one? Is that the Custom Booster Blaster?
That's the Custom Booster Blaster, yeah.
That's it. I don't need that one.
Damn, Fox asked me a Warhammer question and I got it right.
There it is.
Damn, I'm so down the
It's
arse.
that one there. Well, you know, because you built one. Yeah, I was debating whether to do my Shouty Space Horse, my Star Drake.
Yeah.
But I don't really ever want to make one of those again. So that'll be reserved for the painting, I think. I mean, for the filming.
Yeah, my
These away.
my custom bastard,
Custom bastard.
my custom booster blaster is going to go in me stomper when we do the buddy build.
Oh yeah, because it's going to be coming out of the orifice.
Yeah,
You're going to be having a custom bastard coming out your orifice.
I am, mate. Yeah,
Always have a custom bastard in your orifice. It's always.
I
handy.
thought I got away with that, but obviously, yeah.
You know. Right, I'll have that. I'll have that.
I'll have that. Have it, he will.
Right, I'm just having a quick look around on the picture so I can look at it and then forget all of it. Brilliant. There we go. I'll put it at the top in case I need it again.
Good man.
Jet propelled drill speedster, it says.
Edward Leonard says belly, roast pork, egg, foo young, belly, bench, sorry, barely the Lego Millennium Falcon. Oh, nice.
It's just words, Col. It's just words.
Yeah, I know.
What about your belly, dude? What was your belly for today?
I've had min pills and I'll be having bangers and mash as soon as the frolic ends.
Bangers and mash, bangers and mash,
Boom,
bangers
boom,
and mash,
boom. Bangers and mash.
bangers and mash.
Because someone may have slept all day.
Who was that? I can't imagine who would do that.
That was me. I woke up earlier and was feeling a bit... ugh. So I just stayed in bed.
Yeah. I was getting a bit worried because I hadn't heard from Colin all day. So like 10 o'clock tonight, I'm like, are you even alive? So, yeah, I was asleep. Oh, right.
Yeah. Every now and then the carcass tells me and I have to listen.
Yeah.
So
Right,
I did, and H is very, very proud of me.
Well, that's a day of two people being proud, because I was proud of Mama Fox today, because she came upstairs to go to the loo at one point, and then she went downstairs, and I thought, I'll go and make her a brew. And I went downstairs, and she was making herself a brew.
Oh, good girl.
And I'm like, brilliant, so I'll never have to do that again for you. Bye. And she went, bollocks. She was like,
Yeah,
bollocks.
damn, got caught, busted.
Yeah.
Oh, bless her.
Right, so why have I only got... Oh, it's on... Is it on his... Oh, yeah.
It's good to see Mum. Good to see Mum getting about again.
Yeah. She's still broken, let's be honest, but she's
Yeah,
not,
absolutely,
She's
you
less
know.
broken than she was 6
Yeah.
months ago.
Exactly.
Right. So I've got this in sub-assemblies for paintings.
What scheme you doing, mate?
Well, it's going to be red.
No.
It's going to be red, because red makes them go faster.
Is it really?
And the entire reason for it being red is because it's the only rattle can colour I had available.
Ah.
I didn't really want to do it Death Guard green. I didn't have yellow. I didn't have a kind of avalanche sunset. I would have done it yellow otherwise. So it has to be red because that's the only coloured can I had available.
Yeah.
If I'd done one of the other vehicles, I would have primed it with the lead belcher, because the other vehicles have a lot of metallic stuff.
Yeah.
But because I want to dry brush the highlights on these panels, I can't paint all the metallics and then dry brush all the highlights, because I'll have to repaint all the metallics.
Yeah.
So I may as well prime it red, dry brush the highlights, and then paint the metallics. So,
Oh, right. Yeah, yeah.
so I've got to do the messy dry brushing bit first, so I may as well take account of that before I... and if I prime it red, I can work on that. So that's what I'm going to do. Like and subscribe. Now, don't forget, folks. Don't forget. This show is brought to you in association with the letter A.
I know what you're about to do. I'm so bad and useless, isn't I?
Yeah.
Carry on.
It's brought to you in association with tea, coffee, and the letter R.
Oh, dear.
Now, if you like this nonsense, it's very important that you help support it. Now, I'm doing this because Colin's an idiot. You carry on working, young lady. Don't pay no heed to me. If you want Colin and his motley laugh to carry on existing on the YouTubes, you need to give him money, because he can't live without money. If you like this nonsense, please show your support either by becoming a patron or a channel member. I mean, like and subscribe as well if you're not already subscribing.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. But it's very important that you give him all the money as well. So if you'd like to...
Oh, bless him. Oh, dear, oh, Lord. Sarah Jane says, Belly's last of the Malibu. Yeah, carry on.
I knew I'd fallen out because I could hear, because Muttley stopped hearing in my ear. Yes, so if you'd like to keep this channel alive, then please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/Festa67's workshop, or you can simply press the join button underneath this stream or any of Colin's content. Either way, you'll get access to cool stuff. If you're a member, you'll get access to cool emoji, and you'll get access to the live 24/7 Zoom Hangout and Facebook chat, which you can get by becoming a patron or a member of my channel as well. So my members and patrons and Colin's hang out in that video chat and in the Facebook text message, and you don't have to do the Zoom, you can just do the Facebook group. So do consider becoming a patron or a channel member, and Colin will be able to buy himself, I don't know, more memory or something.
I will be eternally grateful, folks.
He'll buy himself some balls of steel so he can do pimping.
Considering that he's actually pimped tonight's show in my group as well as because I'm useless.
Because you was asleep.
Yeah. But no.
You were sleeping, was you not sleeping, you were?
Yeah, all joking aside, any support is greatly appreciated, everyone.
Like and subscribe. You like it when I do that, don't you?
I do. It makes me inwardly very happy.
Yeah. Right, what am I doing? Right. So
and of course, also, folks, don't forget, you can also support Fox over at patreon.com, Model Making Guru, and you can click the join button under any of his videos at youtube.com, Model Making Guru.
I'm sure this is not the way it's supposed to work, but never mind.
I know.
It's all gravy. Right, what am I doing for this red now? Wild Rider Red, Evil Sun. I'm trying to figure out my highlights. It's Mephiston Red, so I reckon a highlight of Evil Sun Scarlet and then one of Wild Rider Red, and that should be enough.
Graham McRoberts off. He's going to sleep the night. Marcus says the 24/7 is a blast. It is, mate, isn't it? It's really coming into its own now. I get so much positive feedback from people about it that I find it very humbling, to be honest with you, because that's why we started it.
And I thought it was so good, that's why I managed to crowbar all my patrons and channel members into it as well.
Absolutely. Makes perfect sense.
Only cost me £7.50 and a baggage of crisps. Because Colin's cheap, basically.
I am. I'm very cheap.
Dirt cheap, you are.
Cheap date, mate. Told you.
£7.50 and a bag of crisps, please.
Cheap as chips, mate.
Cheap as crisps.
And of course, I'm running this at ultra low latency tonight as well, so you should be able to interact in near real time.
Yes. So if I say to people, type the word nipple in chat right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Retro Rabbit says bonk equals snog. No, bonk equals rampant full-on sex.
Yeah.
So when you said whoever says mate next gets bonked, to us Brits that means something completely different.
Yeah.
You've just offered yourself to everybody who says mate. So there you go. You're now going to have a busy night ahead of you, dude.
Oh, yeah. Lids type nipple and Retro Rabbit typed pickle.
Wait, what? My chat's fallen over again. What is chat doing? This message is held for review for some reason. Oh, yeah, it's yeah.
Bless.
Right, what am I doing? I'm doing the thing with the stuff and the... Shut up.
Are you being special again?
Edward Lennon says, sorry the bobbins, I hit the wrong button. He hid the bobbins comment by accident.
Oh, bless him.
There's nothing worse because...
See whether we can view it. There you go.
Oh no, it was just the word. I think I fixed it.
Yeah, there you go, mate. Oh, bless him.
Right,
thanks, Edward. Bless you.
I'm doing the dry brushing now. Dry brushing time.
Oh, dry brushing, the goodness. So yeah.
Oh, actually, no. Actually, I can't.
So you're going to be ordering your new car, aren't you, this week? Being that I did a paint order for you.
Hey.
I said
car? No,
yeah, you're going to be
dude.
ordering. Yeah. Oh, it's a new yacht you're getting, is it?
Yeah, and when I say yacht, I mean like space yacht.
Yeah. And then I vaguely tried to say that I wasn't in the hole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colin's not in the hole, but he just spent so much that I can afford to like eat for 6 weeks on the commission I'll get from Goblin Gaming on what he spent. So, so it's very important that you like and subscribe and become one of Colin's patrons, because when you spend money on him, he spends money on me.
You are, you really are.
Yeah. Well, he basically sent me a list for what he said. What paints do I need to do the Lehman Russ paint job? Because we're going to do the me and him.
Yes.
Like I'm teaching him how to paint like I do. Or showing him how I paint. I don't like saying teaching. I prefer to say showing you how I paint, because I'm not teaching you like I'm doing it the right way and you're an idiot that can't paint. I'm showing.
Yeah, you're right.
No, because that sounds preachy. Like I'm saying I know what I'm doing and you're going to no. I'm just showing you how I do it. I prefer to say that.
Okay.
I'm showing you how I do it, but we'll still call it educating Festa.
Yeah, he's educating Festa.
Do I want to?
But yeah, I thought I might as well get it whilst I had the chance, and it was. Yeah. So I messaged him during the night. Oh, by the way, you'll get a commish on this lot, and he was like, "Cheers, dude."
Yeah, I was like, woo, 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 woo. Now, see, first thing I would normally do, because I'm going to do dry brush highlighting.
Yeah.
First thing I would normally do is actually do it down here where the camera is. I'll move the camera. The first thing I would normally do is like a wash, a black or null wash or something to darken it down so that when I dry brush it, it gets the highlights in the middle of panels. But kind of can't be asked.
Is that can't be asked itis you've got tonight?
Well, I've taken all the clips out now from... Oh. No, but I mean, I should do, but I didn't do it on the Bane Blade, but then, I don't know.
And
maybe I should just shut up and do it.
May also have bought... oh, God, I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Go on, say it with your mouth.
I may have bought a codec book.
You bought a codex, didn't you?
I did.
You did.
Yeah.
Bought a codex. You only bought it like for the information. Though. You're not going to be playing the game, are you? It's just
no, of course not. I'm not building a gaming table at all.
No, it's 8th edition anyway, which is like now we're on 9th edition now anyway. So
yeah, no, it's just
so it's more just for the
informational stuff.
Yeah, and you get loads of ideas from all the pictures and stuff like that. So
yeah.
They're good books to have. I've got one here. Let's have a look. Do I have a codex available?
Yeah, for me, it's just to get an idea of understanding a bit more what the subject matter is.
There you go. This is my Astra Militarum Codex, which is 8th edition, which means it's absolutely useless now. But this is it's at a funny angle. This is my Astra Militarum one, and it's just there's lots of fluff and lore and wonderful, beautiful artwork. There's all like lore and how the organisation of the army and detachments and things like that. There's different units and liveries, people that you can build that don't even exist as models. Doesn't include the Death Corps because they're Forge World. I had to buy a separate codex just for the Death Corps.
Really?
Yeah, I had to buy the Armour of the Imperium, which is a Forge World codex. And this is all lore. It's like loads of stuff, all descriptions of all the different units, and then it gets into the actual characters, and it goes through all of this, and then you get to the back of it, you get to the actual lists of things and war gear and stats and points for the game. So if you ever want to play the game, it's the bit at the back you need to know about.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because this is all your data sheets that covers just basically every model.
Every model that you build, it gives you what it can and can't do and points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got the same for all the vehicles and other stuff like Tank Commander. And what makes me laugh is the Tank Commander, who's just the guy that sits in the turret in a tank, has a bigger data sheet than like a whole goddamn Baneblade. Like a Baneblade's just that much. So he's like, you've got stuff for named characters. But the thing is, all the way through it, it's just full of like beautiful artwork and photographs of models. And so if you're not playing the game, it's still a great thing to have, because the 8th edition one now, because it's not valid anymore. Yeah. You're not paying full whack for it anyway. You probably got it for a dead cheap price. So
I did, yeah.
So it's just a few quid. So it's just a great place to have lots of photographs of the models that you're making, and like lore and story, and you might read
good
it.
Painting reference as well, innit? Because you get the box art, but you also get to see looking rather suave. So
yeah, well, you get all the lore in the background as well. So it's just fascinating. It's a good book to have, just because I've read through this and just read all the lore. I wasn't interested in the gameplay bit. But, there's loads of wonderful artwork and pictures in there. But this is, again, like yours, this will be useless now because it's 8th edition. So
yeah.
I got it and then never got around to playing the game.
Oh, yeah, it's their way to keep you putting your hand in your pocket, innit, by changing the editions.
But this is the way it works, you see, because that's the codex for the Astra Militara for the Imperial Guard.
Yeah. Codex
I also needed to get the core rule book.
Yeah.
There's also the core, which is basically the rules of the game.
Right, yeah.
The codex is just historical information on the faction and the data sheets.
Right.
So you need the rule book. This is 8th edition. I don't know about 9th edition. You need the rule book, which is like that thick. You also need the codex for your army. And then if I was playing Imperial Death Guard, I'd have to have the other codex.
Yeah.
for the Death Corps. So it's like, oh.
So you spend more time looking through the book to see what points you get than playing the game.
Well, the thing is, if you're building up an army, by the end of it, you kind of know what the points are for them.
Yeah.
You become familiar enough, I think the idea is. But yeah. Sarah Jane says, what a boring book, no race cars. This is a race car. This is a race car because it's got like a jet engine and it's got a drill at the front.
Oh, mate, if it's got a drill at the front, it's good enough.
But the good thing is the orc that's driving it has got like a flying jacket and a pilot's scarf with bullet holes in it. It actually has... I can't remember if I added the bullet holes or if it has bullet holes in it, but it actually has bullet holes in the scarf in the Russ Abbott style, and he has like a pilot's jacket.
Yeah.
Sheepskin. Well, I assume it's not sheepskin. Yeah. But yeah, no, you'll have fun with that codex. You just sit and read through it for the lore.
Oh, yes, it'll be how far you got. Oh, yeah. That's what I meant to have said to you. Oh,
you sent me the picture. I know what you're going to talk about right now.
Yeah.
Because you sent me the picture.
I did.
I'll let you tell the good people what you've experienced.
Season 2, episode 23 of DS9.
Ooh.
Major Kira. There's two of her. One of them's dressed all in leather.
He's experienced for the first time Mirror Universe Kira Nerys.
Yeah. All I'll say is swing.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah.
Because you've got a bit of a thing for Kira Nerys, haven't you?
I have.
Let it be known, he has a thing for Kira Nerys.
I know.
He's not shy about admitting it.
Not at all.
I'm thinking, I'm not going to do a null oil wash on this. I'm going to do an Agrax Earthshade wash.
Oh, you ledge.
Because null oil looks good on the red, but I think I want to make it a little less dark.
Marcus saying, tell our Lynn, hope to see you soon in the 24/7. Yeah, she'll be back in soon.
Take care, Lynn.
Bless her.
Excuse me.
But
how could anyone object to nipple, says the Bobbins. I never object to nipple. I haven't seen one in 20 years, but there you go. Yeah.
I never understand what the shock value is, because we've all got them.
To us Brits, it's no shock value at all. I know the Americans are very sensitive about, like, you know, the human body.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's like, it's only a nipple.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to have to put things back in there. Gosh darn it. He said carefully.
It's all these people. Damn, I was on Facebook
Hello, Mama
the other
Fox.
day. Hello, Mum.
Doodle 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 doodle. Pew, pew, pew. I put plastic card in there and I don't actually know why.
Have you got something to magnetise to it then?
No, I don't know what. I thought it was maybe to fill a gap, but I filled the gap with glue, so I don't actually know why I put the plastic card in there. Yeah. I was worried about the blue tack pulling the card out, and I thought, well, I don't actually know why the card's in there anyway. Plastic nipples. Steady now.
Why did that sound like the tune to the Finger Bobs? He had a plastic nipple.
And the dirt was gone. Yoffie lifts a finger.
Her name was Major Kira.
Oh. There's that table again.
Yeah. I know, I should be watching that whilst eating my bangers and mash later. Well, perhaps I shouldn't, but yeah. Oh. It's like 4 a.m. I'm messaging Fox.
What are you doing? I'm watching Major Kira and eating my sausage. Wait, no, that doesn't.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Things
I want to rephrase that.
Things that you didn't need to know. Yeah.
Yoffie lifts a finger. There's something in this bit of exhaust. I don't know what it is. It's like, I can't tell if it's a bit of blue tack or what it is. There is something in there. I must fix it now. I must resolve this problem.
Absolutely. All right.
What is in there? What is that? I have to admit, I did in fact this very day, but yesterday, acquire for myself the Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to, and I was like, oh, you know what, I'll just get it.
Jamie Bone has put a model making question in.
Oh dear Lord.
Question, he says, does anyone know the best way to paint World War II German water canteen and a bread bag?
Well, I guess a bread bag is probably canvas.
Yeah.
So you probably use khakis for that. Canteens?
Yeah. You can get Panzer Aces canvas paint. It is a canvas colour. You can get that, but...
Yeah, that's Viejo, isn't it, Panzer Aces?
Yeah, so you can, if it's leather, use a bit of snakebite leather, couldn't you?
Yeah, canteens, I guess. They were just painted, I suppose. They were... I think they were, if it's the sort of teardrop shaped ones, I think they were like a dark olive green.
Yeah, like an olive drab, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I think. I can't quite remember.
The dude with Panzer in the chat, he would know.
Yeah. But I think German, I think the webbing that go, if it's like the canteen with the canvas strap, I think the canvas straps were probably a tan colour, like a khaki colour.
Yeah, like a khaki, yeah.
But the canteens were like a dark olive green. I could be wrong though. I'm doing that from memory, so. But your acrylic paints of choice, and just go for the relevant colour. And then do weathering and chipping, obviously, and, you know, spend a week painting the canteen because of the reasons. Right,
Absolutely.
what we're doing, I need to get my finger out and do some work now, because I'm just farting about and putting off doing shizzle.
Us two fart about.
Fart about? You what? Right, so I need to somehow give this a wash without holding it. Not quite sure of the efficacy of that one, but I'll figure it out.
Have you got any clamps or blue tack? Oh,
The bottom fell out of my dad device. Arse. Arse. That wasn't supposed to happen.
No.
It's a very neat break. Look at that. It's filthy. It's a filthy, dirty little bugger. It's got a filthy, dirty bottom. Oh. Right, so what I'm going to be doing today is actually fixing my paint pot holder before I do anything else.
Absolutely.
Clearly. Knocking the microphone as well, of course. Hey, bye, Cap and Sithy. Bye, Mama Fox.
See you later, Mum. Take care, darling.
I wish she could hear you.
I know.
She did say bye. Right. Right, so first thing I'm going to do today, in painting this Mega Track Scrapjet, is glue this piece of plastic that holds my paint in place. Fudge. Right, let's get this glue head.
Marcus is saying, yep, Halo Infinite. He's going to spend his Saturday afternoon with it.
I'm actually enjoying it. The thing is, though, it's really difficult for me because I've played Halo for years, but now I'm kind of stuck in this thing of I've been playing things like Fallout and Skyrim. So I'm wandering around the open world, and it's like I'm just wandering around at walking speed, taking it in. I'm not actually playing the game. Yeah. I've forgotten how to Halo, basically.
Yeah.
But it's great fun.
Yeah, but that's the fun part of the games, isn't it? It's just having I like having a good look around the environment.
This won't mean anything to anybody who hasn't played it, but I have to say that I was playing it yesterday and I did probably the coolest thing I've ever done in a Halo game. And it was by accident. I was like, oh, I love this game so much. Like, you know, when you do something in a game and it's just unintentionally awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you've not played the game, this won't make any difference. But you have a thing called the grapple shot, which is basically a grapple gun on your arm.
Yeah.
So you can fire out a grappling hook and it'll pull you into wherever you go. Mm-hmm. So you can fire it halfway up a wall and it'll pull you up the wall.
Right.
You can also grapple yourself over to where an enemy is. So you can grapple the enemy and it'll pull you over to them.
Yeah.
So picture the scene, if you will. I'm stood on the floor and above me is a catwalk and there's a brute on the catwalk. Bad guy, big bad guy. And he's shouting rude things at me and taunting me like a nasty man.
Yeah.
And I thought, I shall throw a sticky grenade up to him on this catwalk and it will stick to him and he will be shocked and surprised and then blown to smithereens.
Oh, right, yeah.
And then I pressed the wrong button. So I launched my grapple gun at him, which locked onto him and started to pull me up at great speed towards him. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't part of my plan. So without thinking, what I did was, so imagine you've got this walkway here and I'm down here. And I found my grapple gun. I'm going paching like that towards him. And without thinking, instinctively, I released my grapple gun. And just as I got to him, I threw my sticky grenade. So I basically went up in the air, stuck him with the grenade, fell down, and he blew up. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Oh, that was so cool. Because I didn't plan it. And it's just in that split second, somehow my brain decided to actually work like a normal human brain and make a decision really fast.
Oh, you're good.
And now I found that it's great fun when you come up with like a tough enemy.
Yeah.
Instead of like just shooting them from a distance, because I tend to play from a distance. Instead of shooting them from a distance, if I've got any sticky grenades or spike grenades, I'll basically grapple myself to the enemy so it pulls me over. When I get up to them, it stuns them a little bit. Yeah. And then I jump back and throw a sticky grenade at them. And of course, they're screwed at that point. And it's like, oh, it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
He's easily pleased.
So yeah, I mean, Halo 4 and Halo 5 bored me to tears. I had no fun playing them. Yeah. Halo 3 wasn't that much better, but Halo 4 and 5, I was like, this is just garbage. This is not Halo that I love.
Was that different people that wrote the game on that one? Did they change it that much then that it made it less playable, or?
A lot of the original. Well, it was made. The first 3 games were made by Bungie, and then they split back off from They were bought by Microsoft, made the first 3 Halo games. Yeah. Then they became independent again. They went off to make Destiny. Right. And Halo stayed in house, and they had a new team to make it. Mm-hmm. But now they've got some of the original staff back working on it. But it's like, yeah. I think I mean my first love was always the original Halo Combat Evolved, just for the gameplay. Yeah. I think they lost their way after that, basically, a little bit. The weapons got more multifarious, and I usually had my favourite little weapons, and they kept changing all the weapons around. I'm like, So at the minute, I'm like wandering around this open world, and I'm just using like the assault rifle and the battle rifle. That's all I want to use because I like them. But you know, so it's good fun. It's very, very good fun. But I'm only like 2 or 3 hours into it at the minute. I've captured a couple of forward operating bases, and that's it. So I'll probably get bored after about the first 100 hours of doing the same thing over and over again. We'll see. But it's good fun so far, anyway.
As long as you're enjoying it, mate. That's the thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I liked about the Skyrim game was the environment, the scenery. It's just really well done, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Marcus Brune says you have to explore as part of the experience, and that's what I'm doing. I mean, I could just get on a vehicle and drive around there quick, but I'm not. I'm walking everywhere. Just there's not. It's not like Skyrim. There's not a lot going on in the world. You've got this beautiful open world with a few bases and encampments in it, and that's kind of it. Little patrols here and there. There's not a lot. It's not like Skyrim level, open world, but it's fun. Candygram says, Fox, Michael Nesmith of the Monkees died today. He had heard this is the important bit. He says he had heard Mr. Bob Dobalina over a speaker in a store in San Antonio, liked it, and put it into the 1967 song Zilch. And the reason he tells me that is because in a few videos I've done and in a few various places I make mention of Bob Dobalina because I remember there was it might be a Beastie Boys or something song. There was a song in the 80s or late 70s, early 80s when I was a little kid. I just remember some song on the radio and it was paging Mr. Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina, and that was a little sample.
That must mean then that only Mickey Dolenz is the only one still alive then.
I think so, yeah.
Because Peter Tork died, didn't he? Davy Jones died.
Yep.
So yeah.
Paging Mr. Bob Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina. So only me and a handful of other people remember that. So, oh, you guys all know it now, but I remember trying to look it up once. Found who was Bob Dobalina. Because when I was little, I didn't remember where I heard it. You see, so I'm like, where have I heard that Bob Dobalina? It was only later in life I found out about the Monkees song. Doodle-doo-doodle. Yes, I'm enjoying the little bit I've played of Halo Infinite so far. I can't believe I broke my dad device. God damn it.
That's right. Get some extra fin on it.
I've done that now. I fixed it, but I can't. I've got to be really careful with it now. I think the problem is that I tend to put the thing in there and then press the lid down while it's still in there. And that's popped the bottom off. Nothing worse than popping your bottom off. Pop your bottom off.
I can always print you a load of those.
What's that? Oh, it's a holdy thing. Oh, I see. It sits. Oh, I get the lid sits behind it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Takes normal and large.
Large.
Right, there you go.
Oh, cool. I might snag one of those off you.
Yeah, no worries. I'll print one out.
No harm in having two.
Yeah.
Paging Mr. Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina, Mr. Bob Dobalina.
Yeah, I'll add it to the list. I've got a couple printed out, so yeah, print them out for you.
Thank you very much. Right, I'm going to do some shadulations now. Somehow. I've got to try and figure out how to hold this in such a way that I can hold it whilst shading it. Also, need a dirty great big brush. Let's have one of these. Yes. Excellent. I'll put some tissue down because I want to cover my t-shirt in shade. I've done actually no work tonight, have I? An hour in.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm only doing a little bit of edge highlighting and that on the dozer blade. I could have dry brushed it, but I just fancied sitting here.
Yeah.
Just painting the edges.
GI Mechanics Scale Modelling is in. What's going on, men, and everyone else in the room?
Hello, mate. Welcome.
God, you matter.
How you doing? What's in the belly? What's on your bench?
Tears Big Country Creation says Broski. Broski? I don't know what that means. Broski. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doo. The one thing that does give me the deepest joy about Halo Infinite, the absolute deepest happiness of joy, is that because they've got Joe Staton as the sort of working on the story team again, as he did in the original, back in the old days, they've got him doing the voice for the grunts.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which fills me with so much joy because he did the voice for grunts in the first Halo, and they were awesome. And then after Halo 1, they did Halo 2, and they just had the voices got more and more generic and nonsense.
Oh,
and
right.
I was like, but then they've got him back now doing the Halo, the grunt voice. It's like, yes, because the grunts were fantastic. The little voices and the things they used to say, they're adorable. Then in Halo 2, I can't remember, they changed it somewhat, and the voice changed, and it was like, no, it's not the same. So they've got him back now. It's brilliant.
Jamie Bones got another model question.
Steady, Neris.
Does anyone know where you can get 1/24 1930s era civilian figures?
I'm sure at some point probably Verlinden made resin figures like that.
Yeah.
Not that they exist anymore, they're Verlinden, but they're
Yeah.
still, well. I'd just Google it, mate.
Yeah, I don't know whether Mini Art do them in that size.
I know Mini Art do some one. Did you say 1/24?
Yeah, I know Mini Art do 1/35th, but
Yeah, because there are Mini Art figures that would pass as that.
yeah.
Area, but
Have you got a 3D printer, Jamie? Because you might find some of the 3D print sites might have figures that are scalable to 24th scale, mate.
well, I think 3D printing is scalable to anything, aren't they?
Yes.
Oh, what's his name? Richard Thingy in the Boom Hut. Richard Flanagan in the Boom Hut.
Yes.
Put some photos up of a figure he 3D printed and was in the process of building.
Oh, nice.
This female wolf dog-like character called Luna, and I'm like, I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
So I have to give thanks to Richard because I was like, that looks like a cool figure. I was like, what is it from? What is this? Is this some anime thing? So I looked it up, and it turns out it's a cartoon series on YouTube
Oh, right.
called Hell of a Boss. It's this amazing channel. This this woman who does animations. I think she just got a whole load of patrons and does professional level animations.
Yeah.
Independently, not with the studio. I won't tell you anything. And it's now my favourite cartoon of all time because it's just fantastic.
Oh, good.
It's adult, obviously. It's swearing and violence, but it's like, oh, this is the best thing ever. The cartoon's fantastic. So now I know where that character's from. So I have to thank Richard for posting that because it sent me off looking at what Luna was from, and I kind of fell in love with it a little bit. It's just a great cartoon series. So if ever you get a chance, I recommend people go and look up Hell of a Boss, HELLUVA, and then the word boss on YouTube. Adult themes.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the rather ridiculous story is that it's imps in hell.
Imps.
Imps in hell that run this business where what they do is if you're in hell and somebody wronged you in the real world, if you pay them, they'll go to the real world and kill the person that wronged you.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's the business idea anyway. And Luna is like a hellhound who works for them. And it's like the main character's adopted daughter. It's hilarious, but it's also very, very grown up. But it is hilarious.
Jamie's saying he's not got a 3D printer. He tried the Henry Ford figures, but they're a bit too small. Unless you have a look on the Fleabay, mate, and see whether there's anything on there. I know there are some figures you can get, but yeah.
Yeah, other than that, I just Google it, mate, because I'm sure there'll be
Yeah.
some manufacturer somewhere will make some small run.
Retro Rabbit saying to him, check HLJ for 1/24 figures. There you go, mate.
Hobby Link Japan, yeah. There are a handful of companies that make like collections of figures in various scales that you've never heard of, but they make these figures and they're worth checking out. You'll find them on like Google searches and stuff. I can't think of them now. There's one of them. I was looking up. What was I looking up? Figures for something. What was I looking for figures for? I can't remember now.
Look for one of the
Something,
Baneblades, was it?
No, it was. I was looking for figures for. I can't remember what the hell it was. I was looking for a specific sort of style of figure for something, and I found a company that does tons and tons of sets of figures, and they're generally like people that would be hanging around on like railway stations and just civilian figure or modern day.
Mm.
I can't remember what I was looking for at the time there. I think I was looking for just like generic figures to hang around for something as a diorama, but I can't remember what. I have no memory of such things now, sadly.
Oh no, not now that you're a man of a certain age.
I know. Hey, I tell you, hey, you know what makes me feel better about being 50?
What's that, mate?
Do you know who else is 50?
Adam Savage.
Master Chief.
Master Chief.
Master Chief is 50.
Oh, wow.
According to Halo lore, Master Chief at the time of Halo Infinite is 50.
The thought of you running round dressed as Master Chief sends shivers down my spine.
Well, no. Me running around in a fursuit would give you shivers. Me running around in a Master Chief outfit would be kind of cool. So Master Chief is in the lore, in the story, is 50 at the time of.
Oh wow!
Which means I'm awesome and therefore a super soldier and also brilliant. So there you go. I can sleep well now.
In your little world, you are now Master Chief.
Yeah, because you all said that when I get to 50, I'll fall apart and become decrepit. But I know that when I get to 50, I can grapple up cliff faces and kill grunts with one hit.
Oh dear, I'd pay to see that.
Oh yeah, I need a weapon.
Paul Di Tommaso, the Da Vinci Screw is complete. Gonna go and watch TV with the wife and have me a snack. Oh, nice, babe. Bung some pictures of it in the gallery, Paul. And I'll pimp it on the brunch for you, mate.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
You know it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Which reminds me, by the way, and I hate to do self-centered pimping, but I have to do it because I've got bills to pay. In case anybody doesn't know, those Bane blades are now finished, and one is already sold, but the other one is still available on the eBays. The grey one is available on the eBays, so pop along to my eBay page, which is, I don't know, ebay.com/USR/model making guru, or just go to the Boom Hut or my Guru page on Facebook, or go to my website, it's on there, modelmakingguru.com. And it's still available for sale, the grey one. The other one's gone, so you snooze, you lose. Now, what colour do I want to paint Oaks?
That was a good bit of pimpage, I'll give you that.
Yeah. So if you want to get yourself an awesome Bane blade, what colour shall I paint Orculators? See, I don't like the bright green orcs that you tend to get. I like more muted colours on my orcs.
Yeah, I tend to go quite dark with mine.
I don't really.
Grots have got a bit of highlighting, but I kind of like them looking a bit dark and demonic.
Yeah, I don't really go for the like stonkingly bright green, like things that end up in a highlight that colour. No.
Yeah, it's like
But green's quite true. Let me consult the leg end. Hang on. Let me consult the all important leg end. Let me consult the Citadel app. See if it gives me some ideas.
He's good, isn't he?
Drab green, emerald green, blue green, forest green, moss green, grimy green. Could go for maybe timber green, bestial green. I love the way, because you've got like battle ready and combat ready, the two crappy colour schemes they've got, and it's completely different.
Yeah.
Bestial green, that is apparently bestial green as classic, and that's bestial green in contrast paints.
Oh,
can you spot a difference? Can you see the difference in that one? It's a bit. What? Yeah. Let's have a think.
Are you having a wibble?
No, I just find it amusing that the contrast paint colour is completely different in most cases. Not always, but mostly. Sea green. Trees are green. You see what I did there?
I did.
I love the way there's one of the greens is just called green.
Yeah. It's like,
And there isn't.
Yeah.
And not one of them is called Orc Green. Oh no, Orc Skin, there you go. So that's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit lurid for me. That kind of colour palette. It's
too
a bit
bright, isn't it?
Well, it's not so much that. I think it's the dark green is just the shade, the dark colours are just, it's a bit neon-y, I think.
Yeah.
I prefer I don't know, I kind of prefer...
Yeah, it's a bit Vegas, Vegas sign, isn't it?
Yeah. I kind of prefer like that kind of, like they call it Death Guard armour, that kind of colour scheme.
Yeah.
It's a bit more animalistic.
Yeah, that looks better. I like that.
Oh, I've got to be honest though, I don't know what they painted. I don't know what they did to this backpack, but they've got some really nasty air bubbles all over this backpack. Don't know how they did that. I don't envy the person that had to paint hundreds of backpacks. Buh.
Yeah, that's probably why it's got the marks all over it, because they got fed up with doing it.
Yeah. Or they had a bad rattle cam. Timber green. No.
Can happen. You can get a bad cam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, it's not easy to tell because they paint it with like really strong edge highlights, so you kind of get an idea, but you kind of need to see it properly. What did I do orcs with last time? Was it moss green? Which is Castellan green, Athonian camoshade, Lauren forest, and Strachan green.
Marcus Bruns off. He's got to catch
care,
some
Marcus.
Z's. He says, thanks for a great stream. Enjoy all. Good night. Take care, Marcus. Mind how you go, buddy.
Yeah, take care, buddy.
Always nice to see you in, mate.
Wag flesh, Strachan green, and Nurgling green. Oh, that might work. Have I got wag? I've actually got wag flesh. Wah flesh.
Why does Nurgling green sound familiar?
Because Nurglings are little demons that you get when you get Death Guard, all the nasty Death Guard. Nurglings, the little tiny round fat dudes with the cheeky faces.
Yeah.
The little, but they're called Nurglings. They're like the Grots, but for Death Guard.
Yeah.
Right, have I got... Let me have a look at my library. I'll just make sure my credit cards and things aren't actually on camera.
Yeah, you don't want that.
That'd probably be a good thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, let's all go out and buy all the paints on Fox's credit card. Ching.
Apparently I have wah flesh. Do I have Strachan green? Strachan green. Sturtroot Ackert. Oh no, Strachan green I don't have. Do I have? I think I've got Nurgling green. Nurgling. I've got Nurgling green. I don't have Strachan green. Okay, well we can wing it. So I've got Strachan green, apparently. I've got wild flesh. There we go. Strachan green, Elysian green, Death Guard green,
All the green.
Warboss green, Caliban green, Castellan green, Warpstone glow, Warboss. I'm not seeing Strachan green anywhere. That apparently I've got. Cyberite green.
Nigel saying to Jamie Bone, I've just searched AliExpress for 1/24 figures. There are hundreds. There you go.
Oh, don't know about AliExpress though. I would never personally recommend somebody go to AliExpress. Just because identity theft, credit card theft, Chinese, not regulated. Good luck getting what you order. I don't know. Right, I'm going to have to make up some colours now, aren't I? Because it's clearly not going to work, but I found some colours I forgot I had. We have, let's have a look. What can we do? Deathwhirl Forest. Oh, I don't want that. Deathwhirl Forest! I could probably go with Deathwhirl Forest. I do like Ogrin Camo. Hey, I don't know. You're beginning to see why it takes me so long to paint shit, aren't you?
I am.
Yes. I like green
But
camo.
if that's, if that's the colours that, you want to use, it's your choice, isn't it, at the end of the day?
Yeah. Now, is this Nurgling green actually going to work, or has it all gone hard? You were, matron. Because it's all gunked up. Let me ungunk this Nurgling green first.
It's like you say, you look at some of the default colours and they are a bit leery, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't like the really... If you look at the oldie worldy Games Workshop models, when they show it on the box art, our old orcs are always these really bright, dark and bold greens. And it's like, that's not my bag.
Yeah, it looks too cartoony, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's better. Right, so... Deathwell Forest. I like Deathwell Forest as a base. Deathwell Forest with a wash of Agrax Earthshade. I'm not feeling Wark Flesh, that's old school. Deathwell Forest with a highlight of... And the irony is that I'm thinking of a highlight of Death Guard Green, but that's what I've actually based them in. So I'm taking it back again. Elysian Green. Elysian Green's a nice colour. Deathwell Forest with Death Guard Green again. Every time I pick a paint out, it's Deathwell Forest. Why have I got so many Deathwell Forests and Death Guard Greens?
Have you bought the entire Games Workshop supply?
I seem to have a lot of Deathwell Forest and Death Guard Green. I don't quite know why. I think I need something in between Deathwell Forest. I think Death Guard Green might be a good in-between shade between those three. What do you think to those three? These two aren't that different, but
yeah,
there's not that much between. Oh, that's because it's both Deathwell Forest, you muppet.
You could do a nice blend then, couldn't you?
I'm like, there's not much difference between Deathwell Forest and Death Guard Greens because they're both Deathwell Forest, you tube.
Oh, yeah. Spoon.
There you go. That seems a bit better.
Yeah, that'll work.
Maybe. Or those three. With the lighter highlight, maybe. I don't really like 400 layers, but at the same time, I think I'll go for... I'll go for... Decisions. Right. What did you do tonight,
GI
Fox?
Mechanics, scale model building night. Colin and Fox, the rest of the room. I'm going to make it like a baby and head out. Take care, y'all. Take care, mate.
Oh.
Thank you for coming in. Always appreciated.
Edward Liller says, first is Wark Flesh. No, I looked at Wark Flesh. Oh, actually, I can't find it now. It's more towards the oldie style, bright green. I prefer... I know it sounds stupid, but I actually prefer... Actually, hello, War Boss Green, hello. I prefer a more muted colour scheme. I know it doesn't really make any sense. I've lost Wark Flesh now. I officially give up. I literally had it out a minute ago, if you pardon the expression.
And there was me thinking it was the angle of the camera.
Steady Neris. Literally, there's about 6 paints in here, and I can't find the one paint it's supposed to be. I do like our green camo though. Elysian green and our green camo work well nicely together. With those two.
Deep mullings are going on in the House of Fox.
This is why it takes me so long to paint anything. Those three. I don't know. It's not knowing what they'll come out like at the end. I quite like those three as a colour scheme, but I do like these two together, Ogren Camo and Elysian Green. They work really nicely, but it's what you put under the...
Decisions.
It's quite hard to know what they'll come out like if you paint them as... Right, screw it. Deathwall Forest, Elysian Green, or Green Camo. That I've decided. I need to just shut the hell up and there's Wild Flesh. It's that kind of colour.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that'll
work with
well,
yeah.
I don't know. It's a big jump from that
recesses, but
well, it's a big jump from that to that.
Yeah, it's going to look like they've.
That's kind of a very bluey coal green. These are all warm greens. I think I'll go for these. I have to factor in there's going to be a shade on there as well. I'll see how that looks. At the end of the day, if it doesn't work, at least I've learned. I did write down at some point what I'd chosen for orcs previously, but I can't remember what the hell I wrote it. So, hey, well done, Fox. Unless it's in my book of... But I do apologise for boring the entire audience.
No, at the end of the day, it's interesting to see your process.
Dorcosaurus is in, says, hello, Colin Fox, hugs to you and everyone in Chatland.
Hello, mate.
Hello,
how
Dorcosaurus. Anybody who names himself after any kind of dinosaur, made up or otherwise, is clearly awesome.
Absolutely.
That's stuff about Mama Fox. Not relevant. I'm sure I wrote down somewhere how to paint the orc and everything like that and everything. I'm sure I did. Orcs. Oh, here we go. Right, here we go. I wrote it down in words. Orcs, Death Guard primer, done. War Boss green base all over. That's Wild Flesh. Hang on. I knew I'd written it down somewhere. Right, this is my colour. I think this is me for... unless I wrote this down, copying it from somewhere, and then chose to do it differently. Right, so Death Guard green, War Boss green base, which is that one. Agrax shade, then an Elysian green layer, which is that one. And then all green camo sharp highlights, which is that one. I knew it was these two. Teeth are normal and Y's are white. Okay, that makes sense. So it's that with that and that.
Oh, there you go.
But with an Agrax shade between these two. I knew I'd written it down. Fox, you're a goddamn genius for using the words and the writing and all that and everything and all that.
We got there in the end, folks.
Jesus Christ. Our national nightmare is now over. Sorry about that, folks. I'm sure that was very, very boring.
Yeah, but it's like anything, isn't it? You want it how you like it. Simple.
This is where I realised that one of these colours is empty and I'm like, oh! That Elysian green is almost... I must order some more Elysian green then, mustn't I?
Oh, you can do that on my Goblin Gaming link. Yes, folks, we both have Goblin Gaming links as well for all your tabletop needs.
La, 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 la,
Did that just constitute pimpage?
I think it counts as pimpularity, yes.
Oh, good. I'm learning.
Good girl. Right, I shall.
Oh.
I've only got a grunt. I've only got a grot and an orc to paint, so I don't need it right now, but I'll have to order some. I'll put it in my shopping basket at Goblin. Let me do that now, otherwise I'll just forget forever and then. Colin's Goblin link. There we go. What did I say? It was Elysian green.
I think it was Elysium green, mate.
Elysian green.
Yeah, I may have broke the 800 points barrier as well, mate.
Excellent. This is the correct answer.
I know.
Especially if it all means money coming my way. Woohoo!
800 points. Damn, I should be ashamed of myself, shouldn't I?
No. Because what that means is just a whole load of awesomeness on your shelf for people to look at and say, wow. Because don't forget, Henry Cavill plays Warhammer and he plays Superman in the movies. So therefore,
there you go.
It's cool now. I think that's his name. I don't know. Elysian green. If I've got some in my cart. Jolly good. There we go. Lovely. Nice and shiny. Dorcosaurus says, I have food on my hands so hard to type, he'll be with you in a minute.
No worries, mate.
No, you just need to say what kind of food. We need to know. It's important minds. Important people need to know these things. I don't know if to do 2 Agrax washes on that red or just. I think I'll just do the 1. Shut up, Fox. Right. Just do some goddamn work.
Pleasure.
This is why it takes me so long to paint things. Half of the time I'm spending is just like dithering and flapping about trying to figure.
Yeah, but it's like anything, you know, if you make the wrong choice, you're going to kick yourself, ain't you? So.
Well, when I was younger, I used to make what we call in the trade decisions.
Yeah.
I seem to have lost the ability to actually do that, which is kind of frustrating. So for these puppies, I shall use. I don't need necessarily a good brush to put a base of paint on, so I'll just use another brush. Touch of the water. Just a tiny amount. What are you doing, dude?
Mulling.
Ooh, what are you mulling?
I'm just mulling what to do next.
Do you know the irony is I went over all that to get the green paint for the skin.
Yeah.
And on the orc, he's got his hands and his face and a bit of chest because the rest of it's covered up with a pilot's coat. And on the grot, you can barely see the grot because he's in the back. So all that thinking went into bits you're probably hardly going to see anyway. Never mind. All comes good in the end.
Absolutely, mate.
Let's go on. What are you mulling?
Mulling whether to do a bit of work on the carriage or carry on with this. I don't know which way to go at the moment.
Whichever tickles your fancy, young lady.
Yeah, I've got some details to put on that.
What is there still to do on the truck?
Oh,
on the,
loads. I'm picking out all the detail bits. Oh, that sounded wrong, didn't it? That.
Hang on, though. Isn't the carriage a buddy bill with you and Dave?
No, the carriage, you know, the thing with a catapult on it.
Oh, right. I thought you were talking about your thing.
No, that's the black, black coat.
I like the way you did that. No.
No.
Oh, no. Oh, my Nick, you know.
Yeah, Dot Cotton. Oh, no.
Oh, no. I think this may require 2 coats that aren't particularly thick, if you know what I'm saying. I don't know, I'm painting under his chin. You can't see under his chin. This War Boss green, to me, always looks like green poster paint when you do the first coat. It's really strange, but it looks like perfectly like green poster paint.
Oh, right, yeah.
Spot on. Our friend TK the other day put a picture up of his little girl.
Oh, right, yeah.
In the chat doing like finger painting and stuff. It was craft time at home.
Yeah.
So she was, and like, you know, the paper was covered in paint and she was covered in paint and everything was covered in paint. And I said in the chat, I said, all I can smell in my head right now is poster paint.
Yeah.
I like how something I haven't smelled in like 40 years, but I can smell it. I can smell poster paint.
Old school poster paint. Yeah.
Yeah. I said I can almost taste it. Because, you know, we've all tasted it at some point. Being,
Oh, blimey, yeah.
a child and stupid.
Oh, yeah, that's what we did.
Yep. Now, I'm not going to worry about this grot too much because you really can't see him in the back. I actually had to hack this figure about a bit because he's supposed to go in the back of the vehicle, which once he's in there is sealed away and you can't see him.
Yeah.
You can't get to him to paint him, so you have to paint him before you put him in, but you can't get him out again if you put him in as the piece fits together in the model. So I've had to like cut the whole chunk of the thing off to fit him in. It's weird because he just wouldn't fit otherwise. Because he's in this little dark recess and you really can't see him, but you just can't get him back out again. So I had to hack him around a bit. Because he's like the rear gunner.
Granularity.
Look at the granularity. Right, that's 1 coat of green. Wow, I've done all the work tonight.
He's done nothing. That's what you're saying.
Much work, so painting. Whoa. It's nice to just have like 2 figures on it in a mod rather than like 10. How many figures has it got? 2. One of them is a half. I will give the tyres a coat of. I'm not going to paint them black because that will be stupid.
Yeah, you can't weather black.
Well, you can weather it down. Oh, you just can't weather it down.
Exactly.
But then again, I don't know what colour to do the tyres. Let's start with Anne Grey. Why don't we start with Skaven Blight Dinge?
Oh, that sounds good.
Skaven Blight Dinge.
I love the names they give their paint.
Oh yeah. Well, Skaven are the rat dudes in Age of Sigmar. So I assume Skaven Blight is a disease common amongst Skaven that they pass on. And Dinge, I can't remember what Dinge means, but it sounds good. Now I might regret this because I'm going to paint them in dark grey, but then I need to be able to darken them after that.
Yeah, Dinge, because it's dinge in it.
Dingy. I've thought about. I've said before that the Age of Sigmar models are beautiful models. I may consider getting some Skaven at some point, just to paint some Skaven because they look brilliant. Right, I need that brush again, don't I? Because it's just a base colour. Don't need to use my best brush for basing.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You use your best brush, you're going to ruin it, ain't you? Yeah, he's gone again, isn't he? Yeah. What else is he saying? Yeah, he needs 1930 civilian, not military, as it's for a 24th die-cast Austin 7. Mate, it's going to be tough to find the figures you're after by the sound of it, then, mate.
And you might have to look for like 1940s or 50s. You probably get away with.
Yeah, I can see you having to get a figure and adapt it, mate.
Yeah.
Personally.
I mean, I'm sure some of the ICM have some like civilian sets, but
yeah,
there'll be World War II, which is fine because it's like it's the same basic clothing.
Yeah.
So 30s and 40s, you kind of much of a muchness.
But there's quite a similarity, really, isn't there?
Oh yeah. Man's in a suit, woman's in a nice dress. Man wears a hat. Suit's probably quite a thick woolen job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double-breasted. Double-breasted suits.
No, if it was an average Joe, it might not be. You could get away with a single-breasted. If it's an Austin 7... An Austin 7 was just the everyman car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Wasn't the expensive sporty one. Only the solution is to learn how to sculpt. Or how to make things on a computer and get them 3D printed.
Yeah.
You never know, you might discover a latent sculpting skill you never knew you had, Jamie.
Well, that's how I would go. I would look at creating your own and, yeah. You can do it through Blender. Like that.
Then again, just creating a person. it's not that easy.
Yeah, you can get things like Daz Studio Maya that come with person templates.
Oh, yeah.
And then you can clothe them by buying the clothing packs. There's so much you can do. Back
in the day when I was, working on probably one of many graphic novels that I started and never got past the first few pages.
Yeah.
One of the graphic novels I was doing, I decided to save myself the work, and instead of drawing the backgrounds all the damn time because it was set in a city, I just thought I'll just build sets. I'll build a bar, I'll build the back alley at the bar, I'll build this office.
Yeah.
So I got myself 3D Studio Max through unofficial means, let's say.
Yeah.
And so I had that, and I started teaching myself how to build stuff in 3D Studio Max. Yeah, and of course I never finished that particular comic, and it never got anywhere. But
it is great fun to do, though.
I downloaded a load of models of like 1970s American cars and like remapped all the textures, and they were all the cars. And my main character drove a Citroen 5 CV.
Yeah.
Which is the old 1940s sloop car, which
Yeah.
you'd recognise it if you saw it. I think it was the Citroen 5. I can't remember. Anyway, it was an old 1930s, 1940s French car. And I found a model of that. I'm like, that's the car for me.
Absolutely.
So all I had to do was like render the background, then draw the characters in to fit the background shot. But I spent so long messing about building all these sets, I never got around to drawing the actual comic. I think I did about 4 pages of it, and then, as all things I ever started, it petered out and faded away. As was always the way. Beat the devil out of it.
Absolutely.
Wait for my wash to dry, but it's still drying. Oh dear, a little bit of wash collection there. I need to sand that back. Oh dear. When your shade goes lumpy, it's like, oh, fudge.
Yeah. Dynamic moment.
Oh, you just sand it. Luckily, it's on an edge, so I can just sand it back. It's not a problem. Because you can sand this, no problem. I've got to wait paint for it to dry now. Well, I think my orc skin's dried nicely. I can do a second coat.
Skin. Skin for orcs.
Orc. This guy's wearing a wristwatch. I like that. Not only is he wearing a pilot's jacket, a sort of proper British sheepskin collar, he's also got like a wristwatch.
Dorkosaurus says dinner tonight is Firehouse subs, New York steamer with some jalapeno chips, stroke crisps. Nice, get in there.
Jalapeno. I love the way you say that.
Yeah.
Mama Fox bought some cheeses the other day.
Yeah.
He gets these like little cheese wheels. And it's like a pack of 6 different flavours. And one of them was like jalapeno and some of the chilies cheese. And it's like, oh, so Mum was like, you know, because I fancy some cheese. Because she just sits there and has like a few blocks of cheese on a plate for a snack sometimes.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is quite pleasant. I said, which of your cheeses do you want? She finished off one of them, which was, I think, cheddar and like garlic and chive. So I said, which one do you fancy? I said, do you want to try a really hot jalapeno and whatever chilies? And she went, yeah, go on. And it was actually really nice.
Oh.
It wasn't that hot. And it was really nice, and she really enjoyed it. She ate it in about half an hour. The whole wheel of cheese was gone.
Bless her. Good girl.
I said, if you get the raging shits, don't come running to me. Just run straight to the toilet instead.
Yeah.
I said, at least if you're thrown up all night, I won't have to worry about why. I know it's the cheese.
Yeah.
You're not ill. You're just stupid. You're not ill. You're just dumb.
Yeah, it's like, why did you go and do that, mother?
But I've got to say, it was really nice. It was like a nice orangey, very flavoursome cheddar
Yeah.
with jalapeno and some other kind of chili, but not like a Reaper chili, but you know, it was one of the kick-ass chili. But it was quite a small amount, obviously, because it wasn't that bad. It was most acceptable.
Acceptularity.
Now I'm painting this orc's head off. I don't normally paint the head off the body, but he's got his oxygen mask hanging down and it kind of gets in the way of his chest, so I figured I may as well paint his head separately. Stick it on later. What are you working on?
Hot
Have you
chimney.
decided now?
Yeah.
You're doing what?
Doing me chimney.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Painting inside the pipes. Just darken them up.
Ooh, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you using? How are you doing it?
Black, Abaddon black, just doing the insides, coming over the edges.
Ooh, nice.
And then I'll give it a wash. Yeah.
Tell you what, if you want, are you going to do a pin wash or something, or have you considered doing a pin wash?
Not yet, I haven't, but carry on.
Have you got any of them enamel things that you've ordered yet? I know you've got the track rust.
I've only got the track wash and winter
Have you?
streaking grime at the moment.
Oh, you've got the winter streaking grime?
Yeah.
Give that a try on a little hard to see panel and see what you think.
Yeah,
That's the one I used on my. That's the one I used on my Bane blade. If you're going to do a pin wash, if you're not going to do a pin wash, don't worry about it.
No, it needs a pin wash, mate.
Yeah, but that's the one I used on my Bane blades. It just really worked because it's like a greeny, grimy. Oh, it's really nice. You have to put it on and then give it 5 minutes and clean it up. But
Yeah.
you just tidy up around the edges and stuff and make it feather it out. But don't just put it on the pin wash and then leave it because.
No, it looks shit.
Yeah. It's just like do it around the rivet and then you don't have to have the brush damp with thinners. Give it about 10 or 15 minutes and just fettle with it, feather it out, and you can drag it when you're doing it. Drag it down to make your streaks.
Yeah.
They're good fun. Fox, that very cheese is available from Aldi in a block, says Panzer Koenig.
Oh, nice.
Jamie says that sounds like a Mexicana cheese. Could have been. It's a company called. I've no idea what they're called. Thanksgiving I bought a cheese that was kind of weary about but was feeling adventurous. It was goat cheese rolled in cranberries and it was really good, says Edward. Ooh.
Different.
I've never really been a big fan of cheese, but for some reason occasionally, every now and then I really am a big fan of cheese. Especially if they're like nice, not dry cheddars with things in them.
Yeah.
Like, you get the orange cheddars and they're nice and they're not crumbly, they're like sticky and they've got like chives with things in them, things like that. I like that. That works for me, that does. Skaven like dinge.
Dinge.
Dinge like and sub. Everything sounds better with a lateral lisp. Skaven like dinge, like and subscribe. Please do be liking and subscribing. Thank you, please. Thank you.
Thing is, there are people like that on YouTube. That's the thing, isn't it? It's just like, we've all come across them.
Well, that's where it came from. I've actually taken the mickey out of well, I won't say who it is. I'm taking the mickey out of a channel. Most people probably don't know who it is. But my friend, one of my friends speaks like that. He's got a lateral lisp.
Yeah.
He's not like, he don't talk like that, no, not like that, no. But he has a lateral lisp, which is like, it comes out the left and right side. It's hard to explain a lateral lisp.
Yeah.
But it's like kind of rather than the beep, beep, hello. This is eat.
Jamie says that sounds like Mexicana cheese.
That'll be the one that I read a minute ago then, will it?
It will be. It will be. That's because I was painting away and not listening.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's what happens when you don't listen to your Uncle Fox.
Absolutely.
Right, let's paint some brown. I shall paint the leather jacket, I think. I've done the 2 coats of paint on the skin. I think I'll give him an all-over Agrax Earthshade wash over everything, so
Yeah.
I can get all his base colours down, I think. Oh, I've got a really snotty nose today. Look at the snotularity.
Oh, he's got a snotty schnoz.
I can see I'm going to have a big, massive pile of paints on my bench tomorrow when I'm trying to do artwork.
Yeah.
Now,
That's normally what happens.
let's have a think about leathery goodness. I shall have... I don't want to start right from dark because that's kind of a bit rubbish. I can't do a lot of dry brushing, so I can't really get any texture on it. So I don't want to start from complete darkness. I shall start with Mornfang Brown.
Bit of Mornfang Brown.
Mornfang Brown.
Get your Mornfang Brown here. Break per pound.
Bit of Scrag Brown. And a bit of Towlight Ochre. Yeah. Maybe. See, I could just start with Rhinox High, but that's a really dark brown. I don't want to start from the world's darkest brown. I can darken down Mornfang with Null Oil, which is not Agrax Earthshade. That's the point. Oh, it's a different shade. Oh, God damn it. Gosh darn it, Fox.
Oh, you're like.
You are your own worst enemy, you simpleton. Oh, well. Oh, well, never mind. There you go. Nice and shiny.
Dum, 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 dum.
Oh, that was a healthy pop, wasn't it? That was most satisfying. Put that over there. Anyway, for the love of God, people in chat, ask us questions because we've clearly too busy painting to actually talk about anything.
Yeah.
And we've also appeared to have nothing to talk about because we're too busy painting. So, for the love of dog, please ask us some crap in chat. Ask us things, great questions. Please do it now. No politics, no religion, but we'll answer anything else. Ask Colin anything, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, by us, I mean Colin.
Edward Leonard says, Fox, don't wash these orc skins in Agrax. I'll have to close my eyes, laugh out loud. Why is that then?
Because he was telling me to do one of the green shades. But the Agrax does work with my preferred not bright green skin scenario. I don't want to paint that bit because that's inside, but there's buttons there, which is weird. I'll have to have a look at the figure again, aren't I? I don't quite understand that sleeve. I hear what you're saying, but I'm going for a more warm, earthy tone than the traditional bright green orc skin. I don't know why. It's more akin to the modern orcs, I think. I don't know.
It's like anything, isn't it? We all paint things differently.
Yeah. This might be a bit too bright.
So is this where Edward sat at home doing face palms now, is it? Can't believe he's just done that.
Well, trust your Uncle Fox. It'll come good. I'm going to have to do a couple of coats of null oil on this to darken it down, though. I may have started with the wrong colour. Oh, in fact, I'm actually using completely the wrong colour because it's not even the right... Oh, you dumb... I'm supposed to be painting with that, not that... Painting with the mid-tone. I'm not even paying attention. Fox, shut up. Jesus.
You've been special, ain't you?
I am. I started painting with the mid-tone. I'm like, why is this really bright? Oh, because it's the wrong flipping colour, you moron.
Spoon.
You spoon.
What you like?
I'm a bit rubbish, thank you very much.
I can subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Actually, I'm thinking about looking at this picture of orcs.
What's this from? One of your orc lore books?
No, it's from the box art. A greenwash could be a possibility. Possibly.
Have you got any contrast orc flesh? Could you thin that down with a bit of medium and perhaps give it a wash with that? I don't know.
No, I'm not a big fan of. Not a big fan of that.
All right, I'll shut up then.
No. It's just my personal preference. I prefer to do the proper layering. Yeah. But the oh, you mean as the shade? You mean?
I mean as a wash.
Yeah. No, sorry. I thought you meant painting the whole thing like a contrast.
No. If you had heard, I said thin it down with a bit of Lamia medium and use it as a tiny wash, just to pull any nooks and crannies. But hey, what would I know?
No, actually, I know what you mean. That's a good idea, actually. I don't have any, but I've got green shades. I've got Athonian camo shade, and I've got Bealtan green, which is I think what Edward's thinking of.
Decision.
Yes, Candygram says, question Fox, how many seconds elapsed before your first Baneblade sold on eBay? I reloaded the page and it was gone. It went quite quickly. Yes, rather quickly it went. Nothing quite that fast. I bet FFS he's never tried it, lol, says Edward Leonard. I know you have a green wash. Yeah, because I mean the orcs I've done before I used Agrax, so I was really pleased with the colours that came out. I was going to redo that, but thinking about it,
Mullage.
I could be tempted to try a Bealtan green maybe, because that's quite a nice dark green wash. We'll see. I just don't want them to come out too. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I'm just shut up.
No, it's interesting. As someone who's learning to paint orc, I find the process interesting.
Dorcosaurus. Methinks Fox has forgotten his meds tonight, says Pants. No, you're actually getting to see my actual creative process, which normally you don't, because I'm in the middle of, on a live stream, I'm normally either building something which is no creativity at all, or I'm already painting something and I know what I'm doing.
Normally,
What you're getting to see tonight, for probably the first time live, is the actual thinking process that goes on when I'm doing a project, and it is literally this chaotic.
normally they have to listen to my thought processes of what I'm going to add to one of my builds.
Yeah, but it's like this is the normal thought process. This is what my brain is actually like when it's trying to do things. It makes me paint like the wrong colour for a start. Dork. I'm going to do a wash on this grot, and I'll see what the green. I'll see if I like the green wash. I'm going to use Beal Tan Green.
Yeah.
Thonian Camo Shade is a dirty green. Beal Tan Green is a green. I'm busting your ass, Fox, says Edward. I'll give it a try on this grot and see what I think, because the grot's hidden away inside. You can't really see him anyway, so
Yeah.
he can be my test pig. I've always been more of a dark shade.
Low light rather than highlight.
No, I've always been more into dark, warm, earthy tones for the shades rather than just darker greens and darker blues and darker reds.
Yeah.
But I'll give it a try. We shall see. Give it on the yon face, because I know with orcs that kind of it's not, you know, they are a fungal life form. They're more plant than so. You want a certain, I think you want a certain sort of shade to them, because they're supposed to be like maybe slightly the way the light goes through them or something, like a plant.
Oh right, yeah.
Because they are funguses, so it's not everything. It's hard to explain. This will add shade into the recesses, but not like a dark, earthy colour, like Agrax. I can't really explain it. Let's have a look and see how this comes out anyway. On yon grot. It might look brilliant. It might look terrible, I don't know.
This is the process, though. We learn by our mistakes.
Yep. But like I say, this guy's hidden away in the back of the vehicle, so if it comes out looking like garbage, no biggie, is it? Does it really matter that much? But I think this will give me more like the traditional, well, it looks more like the traditional orc skin at this point.
Yeah.
But, you know, slightly cartoony, but we shall see. See what happens when I do the layering on the top. I can hear the nice trickly noises. It's making me nice and relaxed.
Oh, the fish tank, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's how I know when I've fallen out.
You do like that
stream.
noise, don't you?
I do like that noise. Yeah. But it's the only way I know I've fallen out of the stream, because I never look at my little mirror.
Yeah.
So I only know I've fallen out of the stream because I don't hear the trickles anymore.
It's very therapeutic, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
you know you want a fish tank.
Oh, God, you don't want to give me a charge of any life forms.
Yeah, that's the point, actually, yeah. Poor fish. Yeah.
They wouldn't survive, and then I'd go all Catholic guilt about it for like 6 months. Nothing new in chat, I don't think.
Yeah, so what kits would you like Father Christmas to bring you, folks?
Oh, yeah, all of them.
Yeah. Have a...
I'd like Father Christmas to bring me a whole shitload of deathcore in plastic,
Yeah.
but they're not out yet. They're not out yet, so...
You know, have you got any particular kits that are so on your wish list?
I think everybody's probably wishing for a free Baneblade.
Yeah.
or a free
yeah.
Orc truck, or a free Valkyrie.
Yeah, coincidentally, good segue, mate. I'll give you that.
Do you like what I did there?
That was a good segue.
Was that impressive?
That was.
Yeah. And if you do happen to be thinking, I wish I could have a Baneblade for free, or an Orc truck, or a Valkyrie, then make sure to watch Warhammer Sunday on Sunday at 3 p.m. this Sunday.
Yeah.
But before you watch, make sure you go into last week's Warhammer Sunday and add a comment with the important phrase that needs to be in the comment. You'll see what the phrase is when you see all the other comments. The simple rule is, if the phrase isn't in your comment, you will not win.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got to be in it to win it. And, yeah, and that's getting done this Sunday, 3 p.m. on Warhammer Sunday over on Model Making Guru's YouTube.
And don't forget, we don't have the prizes here. We'll be ordering them from Games Workshop to your address. So most people in most countries can enter. If you're not sure, then all you need to do is go onto the Games Workshop website and put an order through, but don't pay for anything. Stop it at the end. But just see if it lets you go through the order. If you're able to order from Games Workshop online, then you can take part, because we'll be able to order the prize for you.
Can also change the flag, can't they, to their country to see whether or not, whether there's a site there.
But basic rule of thumb, if you can order from Games Workshop, then that's how we'll be ordering your prize for you, so you're able to enter.
You've got to be
most
in
countries
it
to win it. Jay's diecast steady Norris. Jay's diecast creations is in.
Hello, Jay's there doing
Says
that.
hello. He says hello to Dorkosaurus and Panzer, but doesn't say anything to us.
Oh
no, he does. Oh, he just say, "Hey there, just popping in for a minute, but wanted to show some support." There you go.
Bless you. Thank you very much for coming in, Jay. Massively appreciated, buddy.
I missed his earlier comment. Yeah, thank you for coming in. Dorkosaurus says, "Burp, that took long enough to eat. The Dorkosaurus is full. You can come out of hiding."
Absolutely.
And he puts a little picture of a dinosaur.
Dinosaurs are cool.
Panzer Koenig says, "Santa has already delivered my Crimbo models."
Good man.
What did you get, Panzer? Asks Dorkosaurus.
Would it be tank related by any chance, Panzer? Just asking.
Panzer, would it be tank related by any chance?
Yeah. Bless him.
Hey, look at the wheels on that. Whoa.
I know.
I posted an album with some of my work in the Facebook group, says Jay.
Oh,
cool.
brilliant.
Which Facebook group? Festa's Facebook group?
Festa 67's workshop. Fox also got a group, haven't you, Fox?
Yeah, the Model Makers Boom Hut.
So you've got that as well. That's all right then. I'll be pimping that on the Sunday brunch for you, Jay.
Kick ass.
Absolutely, mate. Popularity always wins.
Look at the popularity. Now, you said you're on season 2, episode what? 20?
Episode 23.
Oh, so you've just about finished. You've done well then. You've watched 2 seasons. What are your thoughts so far? What's happening because I can't remember at this point what the episodes are. What's happening at the moment?
At the moment, Kira's doubles there, where they've gone through the wormhole. Yeah. And on the other side of the wormhole, it's a different reality. It's almost like a mirror thing where you've got the space station, but the Kardashians are still there. Cisco is like a bit of a rebel, and so it's not Starfleet run. It's run by a coalition of Kardashians and Klingons, by the look of it.
That would be the actual mirror universe.
Yeah. I'm kind of transfixed at the moment on...
I bet you are.
Yeah, so I need to re-watch that episode and actually
I bet you do.
Follow the storyline.
You have to watch it again to actually see what actually happens.
Yeah, because I might have been transfixed on watching a certain female walking around in a slightly risque outfit.
Body form-fitting out, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the mirror universe. Trek's got a long history of the mirror universe. It's an old established meme. What else has been going on in season 2? It's been a long time since I watched it, you see. So. Yeah,
they had the planet where they went down to, and it was all the holograms. Basically, a bloke was living there on his own and created loads of holograms of everyone. And
I don't remember.
There was an issue with a machine because everyone kept disappearing, and it's because the machine couldn't basically keep up with all the holograms that have been created, so it was deleting files.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just actually starting to get really good.
Yeah.
The dynamic with Quark and Odo is coming through now.
Oh, you cannot beat Quark and Odo. Like
So,
that odd
yeah.
couple.
It's beginning beginning even to shine through.
It's beginning to look a lot like
But
sci-fi.
I kind of get a bit transfixed with Kira, and I need to follow the story
I
a bit
bet
more.
you do.
But, yeah,
That bit you don't need to explain, my friend.
yeah, but
That
no,
bit
it's
we take
interesting.
as read.
I have it on late at night, obviously when I'm having me dinner, and I shall be watching it after the frolic when I have me dinner.
Jolly good.
More episodes, eh?
Good girl. Oh yeah. There's only 5 seasons left now.
I know.
Yeah.
My missus is like, why are you binge watching Deep Space Nine? I said, because Fox told me I had to, because I'm useless. She went, okay.
Okay, fair enough. Good point. Well made.
Yeah.
What else has been going on? Any of the standalone episodes? Like with Quark and Odo, have they had any standalone episodes? See, I can think of episodes, but I can't remember what seasons they're in. I don't want to say
Yeah,
anything.
you had the one where Quark was basically the big chief Ferengi for a while because they thought the other one had died, and it turns out...
became the Grand Nagus.
Yeah, it turns out he was actually just asleep.
Oh, so some of the Quark episodes are some of the best comedy in Star
Oh,
Trek.
mate, it's...
DS9's always had the best comedy.
Yeah, his brother's just gone over to work in some rival bar that's been set up across the promenade. So you got that little rivalry going on between Quark and this other geezer.
Yep.
I think he might be Bajoran. Because, yeah, that's right. Yeah, shock horror. Yeah,
I've actually forgotten a lot of these. It's really weird.
Yeah, he may have snogged Kira, so I hate him. I hate him with all my heart because he...
Wait, hang on.
He snogged Kira, not Quark.
I know there's Vedek Bareil, who he's one of the Vedeks, though. He doesn't run a bar.
Yeah.
I don't know this at all.
Yeah, he's been running the bar opposite and winding Quark up, but he's also slightly trying to seduce Kira. So I hate him with everything because he got to have snoggularity and just don't like the bloke.
Got to tell you though, some of the Quark episodes, the comedy in the Quark episodes is some of the best comedy, like I said, in all of Star Trek, is in those episodes.
Oh yeah, they are like an old married couple. It is really quite endearing to see.
Like there's a load of like just Quark specific stuff that comes up in the next few seasons that is just some of the best comedy Trek you'll ever see. Some of it's awesome.
Yeah, you can certainly see how his character is beginning to shine.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, I mean, I'm only on the end of season 2. They're not, I think you've said before, they're not the greatest seasons, are they? It's better off.
Well, one is all set up and stuff. 2 is where it starts to get better, and 3 and 4 onwards.
So
It's just the beans.
I'm looking forward to the start of season 3 just to see where the story goes. But I shall rewatch this one because, yeah, it needs to
For
be
the
rewatched.
science reasons.
Purely for technical, aesthetic reasons and...
For quality purposes, and
Yeah. It's just to refresh me memory because I've slept since.
Yeah, you blinked since then, and you know.
Yeah, so... But no, it is. It's a good show. It's one of those I'm intrigued as to why it passed me by. I think it was always on when it was sort of dinner time, getting the kids ready for, you know, like bath times and all of that sort of thing. So
Yeah. Well, it was one of the, I don't think it was ever on BBC or anything. It was always on Sky. So,
yeah,
like Next Generation was on BBC for after a while.
yeah,
I only saw DS9 because my friend and I started just watching it of a Wednesday evening.
yeah.
We found it was on. We both had Virgin at the time, so the TV package, and we're like, yeah, we'll just wait up on a Wednesday and watch it.
Yeah, it's just one of them.
It became Star Trek night.
Because obviously TNG was the one I remember most because that was the one me and me missus was inducted into Star Trek with, but I rewatched some of it and found it to be quite bad. You know, it was like,
Oh yeah, Next Generation. Yeah, some of it has not aged well.
yeah, and it's like, oh, yeah. But
Oh, Colin, you're going to hate seasons 4. Oh, I'm not going to say. Don't you? Don't look at the comments.
no,
I'm going to take that out for you. No spoilers, folks. I'm going to remove that. I can't remove the comment.
it's 3 dots.
Yeah, it's only got report or block. Can one of the Panzer? Can you delete that comment? I don't want Colin to see it.
You're a mod, aren't you?
I can't take it off. I've got the option of report or block on the iPad.
Oh, you're on iPad. That's why, yeah.
Yeah. There you go. He's taken off. Thank you very much, Panzer. Only because I know it would make him crumble, and I also want him to experience that without realising it in advance.
Oh, have we got to point the finger of shame at?
Oh yeah, sure. Sounds like you need to watch it again, Fox. It was originally shown on BBC Two on a Wednesday 6 p.m. slot. I think I must have just missed it then. Actually, no. You know what? My first experience of it was actually renting videos from the local video store.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what. My cousin lent me a video of the pilot episode and the first 2 episodes, I think. And I watched that, and then I was off work for a few weeks at the time, so I just went and rented the next sort of 6 episodes every day.
Yeah.
To the video store to rent the next, because it was all on video.
I mean, for us, it was one of those that it was just in the background when we was sorting the kids out, you know, when they was bubs. So we never really paid it that much attention. And yeah, certainly worth binge watching. It's better to binge watch, isn't it?
Well, I have to say, this guy's been shaded with the green shade, whichever one it was, Beal Tangrine. It just makes him look darker. It's not really put a lot of shade in the recesses. It just makes him look darker overall.
Not floating your boat.
It's not floating about. Really. Then again, if I get the highlights, let's get a highlight of the War Boss green on him again, and we'll see what happens. Let him dry off properly. Yeah, Edward Leonard says it sounds like I need to watch it again. It does surprise me now that I've actually forgotten a lot of it. I thought I remembered a lot of it because I've watched it like 3 times now. And like Next Generation, I can pinpoint episodes and all, but yeah, I've forgotten a lot of DS9. I think it's because when I watch it, I just watch it all in one go over the course of a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's certainly a good show.
And I think a lot of it just tends to go in and then out again the other side, and I forget. So
That's what I found. There's been a few episodes I've watched, and I'm like, I don't remember a thing about the bloody episode I've just watched. So I've watched a couple of them twice.
I think it's just getting old that does that.
Well, yeah, I'm a man of a certain age, you know.
Yeah, so am I now.
I know. Dude, my next birthday, I'm 55. The countdown to 60 begins.
I don't even believe that's a real number. That's not a real number.
Well, see, afterwards, my birthday will be 50 lots. See, there is that.
Yeah, that's true. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 50 lots. Yeah, that's valid. We can work with that.
You like that, don't you?
I like that.
I don't want to be 60.
Now, if only Orcs couldn't go past the number 4, then I would only be lots right now, not 50. So,
just, I don't know, 60.
It's beginning to look a lot like 60.
Oh no, it's just like, really?
Yeah, it's no age. Remember, Master Chief is 50.
I know, but dude, you know what I mean? It dawns on you, doesn't it? It's like, no.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's just not on. 60. And I'll wibble.
You can if you want.
you know, I'll do a bit of chipping on this now that I've started.
Chipping all the
Chipping
stress
always
away.
makes me feel better.
Yeah, chipping all the stress away.
Bloody 60.
I can't. I don't know about this wash. I think once I get the highlight on there, it might appeal to me more.
I mean, do you feel 50? You don't, do you?
No, not really. Not really. I mean, nothing's fallen off or collapsed in on itself yet. So, go on. I'll put this wash on the rest of the oak.
Oak. Full of oaky goodness.
If it ends up looking rubbish, then we know who to point the finger at, don't we?
Yeah, point it at me, mate. I don't mind.
No, it's Edward. Pointed at Edward.
Oh, Edward. Is Edward going under the bus?
Yeah, if this comes out looking like absolute butts, then it's completely Edward's fault, because he's the one that just forced me into painting with this Beal tan green nonsense that isn't.
Oh, so glad I'm not you, Edward.
Yeah.
Because he will throw you firmly under that bus.
Don't be like Edward. If you're going to nag me, you have to accept the consequences of said nagging. Should said end result of the nagging be terribleness. See, you have to. If you're going to carry that weapon.
Underneath the arch. Cheers.
All about the pause.
I keep breaking that off. I should actually put
Don't break that off.
side.
What are you breaking off?
It's the little step that goes on the back. I keep knocking that off.
You're rubbish.
I know.
You're clearly rubbish.
I know.
Kajit would not break this step off.
No, I'll glue it together there, and I shall not put it on now until this is finished, because that's
Then
about
again-
the third time that's broke off.
Then again, how many times did the targeting reticle, the iron sight on the Wasbomb Dakajet ping off the front of the air intake?
Oh, yeah, it comes off
On
constantly,
the
doesn't
scoop,
it? Yeah.
you know, on the scoop on the front, the air ram, all the goddamn time that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Ended up being super glued by the end of it.
Yeah, that's been super glued quite a few times now. I might end up printing another one.
I might do a second wash of this. I'm going to do a second coat of this wash. See what happens. Because
Go
the
for
second
it.
coat might make it even more contrasty when I do the highlights. Then we might be in business. See what you're making me do, Edward. You're also doing it off camera. You're making me do it off camera. It's all Edward's fault. He's making me do all this stuff off camera. He's forcing me into things.
I'm sorry I'm off camera, folks. It's just my eyes of seeing this.
Show me on the doll where the shade touched you.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see. Okay. Second coat of the Beal tan green.
Yeah.
Certainly darks it up quite nicely. I'm thinking. I know it doesn't happen very often, but I'm thinking. I might get away with it.
If you go careful.
I know, it's a lot of energy expended for very little outcome, but... Mental note, don't put the lid on the paint in the dad device. That's how you break your dad device. And then you have sadness.
Dan Kramer's in. DS9 is very much a good binge show.
Hey, Dad.
He fully empathises with Colin's enthusiasm for Major Kira, and I love how the
God,
performer has a sci-fi character named Nana Visitor. Yeah, I
Nana
may have
Visitor.
Googled her the other day just to see...
I bet you did, you filthy bastard.
just to see how she is today, and I still would. I know.
There's a documentary called The Things We Leave Behind, I think it was called. That was on. It was about 6 months ago. It came out. You get it on Amazon, I think. And that was like them getting together for like a reunion.
Yeah.
And she's still got it.
Oh yeah. I'm like,
She's still got it.
Yeah.
Boy howdy.
Oh yeah. I'd give her a bit of the old underneath the arches any day of the week.
Yeah.
Damn, that sounds so wrong, doesn't it?
Doodaloo. The only sad thing about that documentary was that Mark Alamo, that played Goldie Cat, came out of that kind of a bit creepy. All the interviews and stuff, he came out of the interviews and things looking kind of a bit creepy.
Oh really? Ooh.
And he was one of my favourite actors as well in the series. But yeah, he didn't come out of that very well.
trying to think who he played.
Guldy Cat.
Of course, yeah, that'll be what you just told me, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember them words that I just said?
Yeah.
Fantastic actor, brilliant character, but yeah, he just comes out of it. It might have been being silly, but I don't know. But yeah, he just came out of it being a bit creepy with the ladies.
Mind you saying that, you know, us two are lusting after Major Kira, but
yeah,
purely in a schoolboy crush kind of way.
oh god, yeah. Edward says, "Shut up, Colin. I'll be 60 in April."
Really?
Dan says, "It's snowing all day here, expecting up to 10 inches by morning." Knew a girl like that once.
Yeah, you could tell he's had soup glue out.
Yep. Dan, "It's going to rain tomorrow, but next week it's supposed to be sunny and in the 70s. Fox, "Put another coat on if it's not dark enough. Don't be a twat," he says. I've done a second coat. Poor Edward. "Colin, you need to add torches and lights to your Amazon store for those under the bus.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I'll do that.
And if it's an Orc bus, it will have monster truck tyres and tack tracks."
Orc bus. Buses for orcs.
Orc bus. Did you know there's a part work of a London bus now?
Yes.
You thought your Ravel one was big. Jesus.
I know, I have seen it. I must admit, I was tempted. I might do that after the Rossi's finished.
Yeah, many pounds.
Well, it's my ex-smoking money, see, that goes on.
I thought you were going to do the Eleanor.
I am tempted, but...
There's also a part work of the James Bond DB7 as well.
The World and its Oyster are doing Eleanor, aren't they? And it's like...
Yeah. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, though. It's whatever you want to build.
Yeah, I mean, it's my ex-smoking money, so...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a James Bond thing. There is an E-Type part work. I don't know if it's out yet, though.
Yeah, I've got the big 1/8 plastic models of the E-Type.
I think it's an Agora models and it's not been released yet. I think it's like in a prototype stage. It's dirty, great big E-Type Jag. It'll be 1/8 scale.
Yeah, I will make a decision on the next one as soon as the Ross is done.
You're making decisions about things?
Yeah.
Christ.
I'll put a big list up of ones I'm thinking of, and we can debate it on here one weekend.
We shall have a mass debate.
That sounds wrong.
It's an old joke.
I know. It sounds very wrong.
Right, I've given this pilot, I'm giving him a brown leather flying jacket, so what colour pants is he going to have?
Oh, blimey.
Let's consult the leg end. I don't think you see his legs.
I always go off when I got a paintbrush in my hand.
I think I should have gone for a darker brown for his jacket.
Have you got any snakebite leather you can give it a brush over with? Will that darken it down for you?
Actually, I do, but just thinking if Null Oil is going to darken it down enough. I think Rhinox hide is too dark.
Yeah.
But I've got to think of what browns I've got that I can pull it back from the dark brown. We'll get some Null Oil on it in a minute. Null Oil can work magic.
Yeah, see what the Null Oil does. Claire is in saying hello, Colin and Fox, and all the nice people in the chat, and hope you are all well. Hello, Claire. How are you doing, my love? Good to see you in.
All the not nice people in chat then.
Yeah, good to see you in.
Yeah. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the fun house, or the madhouse, whichever way you want to call it.
What's that madness song? Welcome to the
House of Fun.
That's it. Welcome to the
with an
I
H.
can't sing it. Welcome to the copyright claim of fun.
Yeah.
Shh.
Yeah. It's the ass of fun, isn't it? Ass.
You keep your ass to yourself.
Yeah. Don't know me ass from my elbow. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be the one.
I keep forgetting that you're on ultra low delay, so I'm always surprised that there's a comment in chat about something we've just said. It still catches me by surprise. Panzer says, will this mass debate, I have to put a space in there for YouTube purposes, will it involve the Mirror Universe Kira?
May do.
What is she? Oh, is it Overseer?
Yes.
Overseer. And it's Terok Nor, isn't it? They actually call it.
Mate. Whoever chose that outfit, and I really hope it was her, it was a stroke of genius.
Stroke is an interesting choice of word there.
Yeah, I should have not used that choice of word, really, should I? Yeah, it's an unhealthy obsession with Major Kira I have. It's the little creases on her nose. When she wrinkles her nose up and gives that knowing look with her gorgeous eyes.
Yeah, that documentary, Mark Alemo, when he's talking about, because he comes out a bit creepy, it's because he's going on about, like, Nana Visitor.
Yeah.
And he's saying how he really wished there'd been, like, an on-screen romance between Kira and Ducat.
Yeah.
But then it kind of verges on the edge of saying, because he kind of fancied Kira Nana Visitor.
Yeah.
And it comes across as he's saying, look, I had the hots for the actress, and I wish the character had got that so I could have had my wicked way.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it comes across as really kind of a bit creepy.
Yeah, Anyway, she's ours, isn't she, Fox? So, yeah.
Yeah, so I would have had to just floor him.
Yeah, we'd have had to take him outside and slap the taste out of his mouth.
Yeah, it's weird.
Oi, she's ours. Naffle.
And I didn't know that Avery Brooks sort of took... who's the actor that plays his son, who plays Jake Sisko? I've forgotten his name.
Oh, he's got an exotic sounding name, isn't he?
Yeah. Anyway, he kind of took him under his wing as his own son.
Yeah.
It's not like, he had his parents, but he kind of...
Yeah.
So he kind of treated him like his own son.
Yeah.
In real life. But Avery Brooks went a bit weird after DS9. He went all... He did some jazz and stuff, and he got a bit weird. And
yeah, he kind of had one of those midlife crises, didn't he?
Well, there was a lot of people suggesting that he kind of got blacklisted by the industry.
Yeah.
But I don't really know. It's never been really explained why that would be the case.
Yeah, he never seems to come over as particularly one of those arrogant style diva-ish actors, does he?
No. He's a
but then you never know, do you?
No. It's not so much that. I think he was... I don't know. He was always a big champion of things like civil rights and such.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
So, but I think... I don't know. I read about it, and there were rumours that he'd been mysteriously blacklisted by the production company, all the different TV producers.
Oh, what a shame.
But other people were saying, no, he just kind of stepped away from it because he did other things instead. And maybe he went a little bit loopy. That's why you never really see him advertise. He doesn't really do conventions because he went his own way.
Perhaps he was just concerned that he would end up so typecast. But then a lot of them, you don't see them on anything else, really, do you?
No, I don't think it was that. I think he was like he's like the mad artist type.
Yeah.
He did that, and then he just kind of went off and did other things. And
hey, mate, if you had made gazillions of dollars, you'd probably do the same.
Mm-hmm. Dan Kramer says, Nana Visitor still looks great. I love her bright white hair she has now.
Yeah.
Avery is just bonkers now, says Dan Kramer. Yeah, he just kind of went a bit mad, I think. It's the genius artist type. He's an awesome actor.
Yeah, a mature eccentric.
Yeah. Ooh, Bayek Vicar.
Yeah, she's a gilf, mate, is Nana.
Nana Visitor.
Proper.
You mean
seriously?
Grandma, I'd like to, yeah.
Yeah, seriously attractive lady.
A grandma with whom you wouldn't mind having relations.
You'd have a nice, deep, meaningful conversation, wouldn't you?
I'd use at least more than 3 words.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Get them off. Yeah.
No, get them off now. Do.
And of
Claire
course,
saying hello to Wendy.
Absolutely.
Wendy saying hello to Claire. Candygram saying, hi Claire, it's great to see you. Hello Claire, says Richard Pezzle. Wendy Hickson says Panzer hugs. Hi Wendy Hickson, says Candygram from Mongo. Extra hugs to Wendy Hickson today. She knows why.
She knows why.
She damn well knows why. She gets all the hugs tonight. She's getting all your hugs, Cole. I haven't given you any hugs tonight because Wendy's getting yours tonight.
It's all right, I don't want your hugs. Keep your bloody hugs.
Good.
If you want to be like that. Tart. That's all right, I'll have Kira hugs instead.
But you wish.
I know.
If anybody out there happens to know Nana Visitor in any way, please get a signed photograph and send it to Colin.
Oh,
It'll make him so happy.
You know, it would.
Imagine your little face.
It really would. I'd blub, mate. I'd blub like a girl.
You would. You just curl up into a little ball and just
I
tremble
would.
slightly, wouldn't you?
I'd be like, I'd be under my pillow every night.
It'd be like a David Tennant 10th Doctor hair trembling with emotion moment, but without the hair,
it'd
obviously.
be like, my little lip would quiver.
Nana Visitor was in the remake of Battlestar Galactica, was she? I don't remember that. We shouldn't have won in BSG, was she?
I don't know. I've never watched it.
Who did she play in BSG? I don't remember that. She
Damn.
wasn't one of the 6.
Shouldn't have said that, should I? That I've never watched. That'll be next on the list now, won't it?
Oh, you got to watch BSG. 25 seasons. Who did she play in? Oh man, they're going to make me wonder now. Who did she play in BSG? She wasn't one of the Cylons that I remember. I don't remember her being in BSG. Unless it was that prequel series, the Caprica series or something. I don't remember her at all in BSG. How strange. I'll tell you what amused me was how many Star Trek alumni were actually in the Orville. Only had 1 season of that so far, haven't we, the Orville?
Absolutely.
Oh, no, 2 seasons. Was it 2 seasons? That started off like, I was like, this is shit. It's just really cheap, shitty comedy. But after the first season, I think the second season, it started to get... I'm like, okay, they're doing more Trek stuff now. And it ended up being more Trek than Discovery. And it's like, I quite like this now. Dan Kramer says, back to the question from earlier about, what do you want for Christmas? He says, I won't be getting anything model related, but my unicorns include... And then we have to wait for the next one.
Oh.
Panzer says she played a minor role in the hospital. In the hospital? What? I don't remember. What hospital? I'm completely confused now. I've forgotten all about BSG now as well, haven't I? Good God. I think I'm like Homer Simpson. Every time I learn something new, something old gets pushed out. I've watched Battlestar Galactica like 3 times as well. I can't remember any of that. What hospital? Really liking your Fireblade build for E-models, Colin, says Claire.
Oh, cheers, Claire. Oh, yeah, the one that's in the background there, conveniently.
How convenient.
Look at that. Oh. Dun, 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 dun.
The Trade Federation finds this most convenient.
It's getting there. Considering I'm using no detail up or anything, yeah. Because obviously being E-models, I try to keep everything out of the box. And for stuff that they actually sell, so I'm not able to use... aftermarket decals and things. So
yeah, well, you don't spend your own money on an E-models build, do you?
yeah, so
That'd be stupid.
It's pretty much out the box there. But I've got a Ninja Carbon that I'm going to be doing in the new year that Wendy sent me, and that's got the detail upset, and I'm going to do that as a video series, Claire. So
Ninja,
keep an eye out for that one.
Ninja.
I know.
Do George Pal time machine. What? What's a George Pal time machine? Dan Kramer says 1500 Space Battleship Yamato. Yes, I've still got that under my bench in a box, not touched. Proteus from Fantastic Voyage. George Pal time machine. What's a George Pal time machine?
Something else that Nana Visitor was in, was it perhaps?
I don't know. No, these are Dan Kramer's unicorns
right.
for his Christmas list. Her character's in the final stage of cancer and had a shouting match with Laura over Baltar's radio broadcasts. I don't remember that at all. Who's Laura? It's terrible. God. I clearly forget a lot of things. It's like when I watch them back, I'm like, oh, I know what's going to happen now, but then I don't. Obviously, when I try and recall them. But BSG, yeah, BSG, you have to watch BSG. It's good. That is good stuff.
Is that a remake or is that the original one way back?
No, the original one's shit. It's terrible, campy 70s nonsense. This is the remake, the 2001 remake.
Okay, I'll have a look for that.
Yeah. It's on BBC iPlayer, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's free, absolutely free. Don't bother with Amazon. Just go on to BBC iPlayer. They showed all of it last year. I think it's still on there.
Is that on my... You will watch that after you've watched
Yes.
DS9 list, okay.
Yeah, you got to watch it.
This is Fox decides what Festa's watching next.
Starbuck, played by you know the woman that played the oh god, here we go, Mandalorian.
Yeah.
You know the woman who played one of the god, this is where I'm forgetting everything now. She played the other Mandalorian, the woman Mandalorian with the Katie Sackhoff, that's it.
Oh right, yeah.
She played the other Mandalorian character, which is all related to the Clone Wars. I can't actually remember any of the information now. I'm too tired.
You old fart.
Yeah, the one who had the dark saber and then didn't have the dark saber, and in the Mandalorian, she doesn't have the dark saber. It's nothing to do with that. Or is this from the Clone Wars and then from Bad Batch? I could be confusing it. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to give up on that one because I can't remember much of it. Fox needs to rewatch. I need to rewatch everything.
Yeah. Obviously you do.
George Pal was the director of the 1960s Time Machine, the machine from that movie. Okay, you mean the one with the big round thing? Yeah, okay, I know the one you mean. Katie Sackhoff, that's it. Yeah, Katie Sackhoff plays Starbuck. This shade is taking a long time to dry. It's most frustrating.
We need to get you an air dryer, don't we?
I've got an air dryer, but it's 2:30 in the morning and my neighbour sleeps on the other side of that wall.
Oh, really?
Well, she might sleep. I don't know. I don't know where she sleeps. Because, hey. Bo-Katan, that's it. Dan Kramer says Bo-Katan in The Mandalorian. And in Clone Wars and Bad Batch. Bo-Katan, that's it. Do you remember The Mandalorian, the woman with the red hair?
Vaguely.
She was on, I think it's the Night Watch was the name of the clan. I can't remember what. See, I've forgotten all about The Mandalorian now.
I know, I'm going to have to rewatch it.
You have to rewatch The Mandalorian as well, though, and BSG. And this is weird. If I was watching it in front of me now, I'd know everything was about to happen. But if I try to remember,
it's one of those, isn't it? As soon as you start watching it, you remember it. But when you try to recount what you've only just watched,
yeah, I can. But the thing is, if you start talking about any specific Next Generation episode now, and you start saying the episode in which I'm like, oh yeah, and then this happens, and this happens, and then that happens, and then there's Vash, and Q comes in,
and
there's the Horgon, and it's like, it's weird. Strata Strong is in. G'day all.
Hello, buddy. How you doing? Welcome to another Frolicky Friday, or a Friday Frolic even.
Candygram says, the George Powell Time Machine. I went to a party a couple of years ago and the host bought the replica that was used in Big Bang Theory.
Oh, wow.
Claire says, the monkey is almost done and I'm currently doing a metallic back version of the Fireblade with the Hoppy design photo etch set and Tamiya fork set.
Oh, nice.
Panzer's off back to work. Take care all. See some of you in the weekend streams. Take care,
See
Panzer.
you later, Panzer.
Did Panzer at any point say what about food?
No.
That's rubbish, isn't it? We've got
Not that I recall, anyway.
So we got a half-arsed Panzer tonight, then. We've missed out on a Panzer food report.
Yeah. Either that or we didn't read it.
That's it. Bo-Katan of House Craze. Craze? That doesn't sound right. House Craze? Her sister was the Prime Minister of Mandalore during the war. Sabine gave the Bo-Katan the dark saber in Rebels. That's right. But now it's the other guy that's got it, yes. Bo-Katan. Strata Strong says, after BSG, Trisha Helfer, who played Six, went on to play the wife of God in Lucifer and Dracula in Van Helsing. Colin hasn't watched BSG yet.
No,
He did. Apparently, Panzer says he did tell us about food. It was chicken, sweet and sour.
Ah, there you go, see.
Ah, there you go. Good lad.
I knew we had probably not read it out, mate. Because we are.
You know why?
Useless.
Because we suck and we are rubbish. We are rubbish. We are not good. I'm going to see if I got a better brown colour. Let's just have a crisis of faith here. Shall we just do Rhine Oxide and be done with it?
No, do you notice how I'm remaining totally non-committal in any of this?
I think if I don't do Rhine Oxide, I think if I do null oil over that, it will look more like weathered leather than actual just dark brown. And if it goes wrong, then yeah.
See, you said weathered leather, and the first image that came into my mind was Kira. And I'm obsessed.
God, you're in trouble, aren't you? You're in a bad place, you are.
I am.
You're in a very good place, but also a bad place at the same time.
It'd be a bad place if I meant say her name out loud.
Does H know there's another woman, and she's only in 2 dimensions?
That's what I'm worried about. If I call out her name, God, bloody hell. Who? What? Who's she? Yeah. Explain yourself. Yeah. And then she'd go, you sad old goat.
I should explain, by the way, you know when I say steady Nerys, that's nothing to do with Kira Nerys.
No, I know.
It's actually because somebody I knew had a horse called Nerys.
Yeah.
And when she was a bit flighty, she'd be like, steady Nerys. So that's kind of, yeah.
See, again, you've mentioned horses, and the first thing that comes into my head, Haroldite the Wonder Horse.
Haroldite the Wonder Horse. I thought you were going to say that. The first thing that comes to my mind is big nostrils, and when I think of nostrils, I think of nose, and when I think of nose, I think of wrinkles, and now I'm thinking about Kira again.
Yeah, 6 lines of separation, you got it.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Going to do a second wash of Beal Tan Green on this green chap here. I will begrudgingly gratefully accept Edward's suggestion of this wash.
Edward's now dancing around.
I very rarely give people ground for good suggestions, so be honoured, Edward. Normally I just take people's ideas and then kvetch about them for like a week because they steered me in a bad direction. I like that word, kvetch. I need to learn more Yiddish. It's awesome. Some of the best words come from Yiddish. Schmuck.
Yeah.
Schmuck's a great word. Yeah, schmaltz. I need to study Yiddish more, I think.
Yeah, languages have always intrigued me.
I remember reading actually once like how many words we use in everyday conversation actually come or based on or come from Yiddish that we just don't realise. Yeah. It's quite a deep-rooted origin for a lot of words. Diddle doo, daddle bow. Candygram says, take your time, Claire. I know they'll be perfect. I'm hoping you'll post photos when they're done.
Absolutely. Looking forward to seeing them.
Yep. Always with the photos.
A very, very talented builder is our Claire. Very talented.
Edward says, yeah, builder. I won. Yes. Don't let it go to your head, kid. Don't get cocky, kid. I'm not saying I prefer this. I'm saying it looks good. I'm not decided yet if I prefer this or my way of doing it. But if I do prefer this, then it's obviously going to have been my idea.
Yeah, it's going to be. I had this great idea.
I had this great idea in my brain. I don't want to start dry brushing the red bits yet because I don't want to get halfway through that and have to peel off to do other bits. I think the idea of doing the all over Agrax Surshade was that I could have painted like the teeth and everything else in place.
Yeah.
And then done the shade. This way I've got to go back and paint the teeth. And then give them a shade. A bit too much in the eye socket there, I think.
Always fascinates me when I see some of the minis that people have painted, the hyper detail in the things like the teeth and all of that. And then you think, God, that's a 20mm tall figure. How the hell did they get to see what they painted?
Drugs.
It's got, you know, it fascinates me because it's like, holy moly. They've got to be either incredibly young or have the biggest optivisors in the world.
Well, I put all this dark wash in his eye sockets, now I can't see his damn eyeballs. God damn it. Oh well. Well, I actually found when I was doing those Bane blades, for some reason, when I was painting the Krieg figures,
Yeah.
it was like I'm painting them and I'm suddenly like, oh, I'm actually not sucking at this. I'm actually doing a really good job with these broken toed brushes. And I think because I've been drinking tea and not coffee, I had less shakes. Did you just do a little bit of a Trump then?
Might have done.
It was like, meh. Tiny little sound like, meh.
Yeah, a bit lame, wasn't it?
It was acceptable enough. It was passable, I suppose.
Look at me.
Ooh, I'll kill you. Meh. This tiny little noise. Meh. Zumbadum-badum-badum-badum. Right. I don't really want to start painting the red. Oh, excuse me for yawning. I shall give the leather jacket a black Null Noir wash. Cheers, ding, and see what happens.
Are you streaming the Salvo?
Oh God, it's Saturday, isn't it? Oh Christ. Quite possibly, I suppose.
Yeah.
Assuming I'm not half asleep, because I'm very tired. For Skyrim Saturday, I would, yes, probably. A good job you reminded me, because I'd completely kind of blanked on that.
Well, we'll come off at 3 then, yeah?
Oh no, don't worry about that. Come off whenever. I'm only tired because I'm rubbish and old. I think with a couple of coats of Null Noir,
Yeah.
this leather jacket may look quite interesting. It'll make the leather look much more interesting than just dark brown as a base coat.
Seriously windswept and interesting, that's what you're saying.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just thinking it'll look less. If I just paint it like Rhinox hide,
Yeah.
it'll just be dark brown. If I paint it a medium brown and then shade it, it'll look a bit more varied. And it'll do all the recesses for me at the same time. Yay! Little burp there.
It certainly was.
There. All the little functions going on there in your body, aren't they?
I know.
It's made of functions today. Welcome to Colin's Digestive Tracts. Or tract even. We only have one. Yeah, I think a couple of coats of Null Noir. And then we can start doing the highlights. I think it'll look right good. Right good.
Right good. Not just good, but right good.
Do. Halo Saturday, says Edward. I think you should stream Halo. The only problem is if I stream Halo, the first hour is just mostly cutscene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the other thing is it's 60 frames a second, which when I'm playing it will just be like pixely blocky from hell. because I don't get thousands of views per video. I've got the crappy video codec on YouTube.
Yeah, we haven't got the super duper 4K one, have we?
Yeah, because I can't stream. Like Chris can stream in 4K and get nice crisp pictures. I can't stream in 4K.
Yeah, Chris is just a git.
Yeah, so my only option is 1080p. But because I don't, if you stream at 4K, you instantly get the good video codec on YouTube. Or if you get 1,000 or more views.
Yeah.
If you're under 1,000 views or you don't stream at 4K, you don't get the good codec, and therefore anything moving fast looks pixely as hell.
And then everyone gets to point their fingers and mock us.
Yes. And Will says, "Oh yeah, it's more work. Excuse me, I forgot."
He's a git, isn't he?
Yeah. Edward's taking Sarah Jane's position tonight for some reason. Filling in for Sarah Jane, I think.
Yeah, picking on Fox.
Yeah. Somebody's got to, I suppose.
Yeah, but we kind of like getting picked on, really.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, don't take it wrong. All interaction is praise as far as I'm concerned. Even criticism is praise as far as my brain works.
Absolutely. It certainly is, mate.
Mm-hmm. It's just like pressing the dislike button twice.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. Playing Halo Infinite. I'll start that again. Playing Halo Infinite. I'm actually playing it on easy.
Oh, right, yeah.
For two reasons. One, I'm old and my reactions aren't that great. And I'm used to playing slow open world games now.
Yeah.
And I've really fallen off the wagon for first-person shooters. But I've got to tell you, they've really ramped up the difficulties.
Oh, really?
So, like, easy is like what normal used to be. Mm-hmm. And, like, normal now is like what heroic used to be.
Yeah.
And they've always said, like, in past Halo games, heroic was always the way to play it because that was the way it was designed to be the perfect game. And, you know, legendary is super hard. But it was always like heroic was always the best way to play. And then normal was like, and then easy was for children. But I started on normal. I'm like, yeah, I've got to switch it to easy. I'm too old. I'm too slow. It'll be fine. No one will notice you're too picky, says Edward. I might do Halo then. It'd be a bit of a break from Skyrim. I don't have any graphics for Halo. I'd have to set up a title card and stuff.
Oh, Lamekins.
Lynn Dipple says, "Eyes back, miss me. Hi, Claire, hugs."
We always
Welcome
miss
back,
you, Lynn.
Yeah. We always miss you. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. I don't know what that meant. Please do be liking and subscribing. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now. What colour were like leather flying caps? Brown.
Brown.
Same as the jacket. Oh dear. I'm waiting for shades. Constantly here, waiting for shades non-stop. You can't see it, but I do like the face on this grot. He's got what? He's like both hands on the triggers like this because he's a little tail gunner. He's got one eye open and one eye open and one eye squinting. Ah!
He's giving it the beans.
Oh yeah, and all his teeth showing because he's like. Ah! Gaming back in my day, games used to be completed and then released. None of this alpha or beta versions with bugs and crap, says Strata Strong. Yeah, but I suppose games were a lot more simpler in those days. As they get more complex.
That's the thing, innit? They've come so graphically intense now, games.
Yeah. Well, it's like everybody says, you know, why do Bethesda games always launch with so many bugs? It's like because there's like 1 billion systems all at work at the same time. And with those kind of massive open world games, there's no way you can actually test everything without having thousands of testers around. It's just, it's not something you can do. Really. I don't know what I'm opening that for. I've got a brush already. I mean, there are some games that there's no reason they should be so broken and buggy, but, you know, there'll always be issues with games because they're so big and expansive now that they can't test everything. Hey. Happy trickly noises.
You do like that, don't you? I'm going to have to record it for you.
Yeah, happy trickly sounds.
You'll have it on your phone as a list now. If you can't sleep, you just go to sleep to the trickling quaintness of my fish tank.
Or if I'm working, perhaps, and I don't want to listen to the Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, I'll just put my trickle sound on.
Yeah.
But it's a sign of me getting old, though, that like games that I would normally play no problem now I find harder to play.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like, you know, like playing Halo, it's like I would have played it on normal.
Yeah.
And then once I played it on normal, I would go back and play it on heroic. But heroic would have been a challenge even then back in the day. But now, forget it. I couldn't play on heroic if I tried. I did beat original Halo on legendary.
I just find it, like you say, everything's just so quick, isn't it? And you just can't do it now.
Yeah, I mean, I did. My claim to honour is that I did beat original Halo on legendary. I didn't do it solo. I did it co-op with someone. We co-opted it, but I did beat it, and it wasn't too bad. But we had to do the final level, the more, like about 1,000 times. that was annoying. But no, I did beat original Halo on legendary. But yeah, like Halo 2 and 3 I did on like normal. See, heroic they made it more difficult as it went on, and it was like heroic was a challenge, but it stopped being kind of fun.
It's a good game though, isn't it, Halo? It's just one of them, isn't it?
I have actually got out my old 360.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I really wanted to stream Medal of Honor Frontline, but it's never gone to back compact list, so I'd have to play it on either the original Xbox or on 360 in backwards compatibility. And my original Xbox doesn't have HDMI, so I can't capture it. So I can do it from the 360, which does have HDMI. So I could play Halo on that, because there's Halo in the Master Chief Collection on the Xbox Series X and Xbox One and stuff. But it's not the original Xbox version, it's the PC version.
Yeah.
And it's not the same.
Lynn's going, do I have to figure out who Dorkosaurus is now? Yes, you do. I know who Dorkosaurus is. But
I don't actually.
I'm not going to tell you.
I don't actually know who Dorkosaurus is. Should I know who it is?
Oh, yes, you should, yes.
Dorkosaurus.
Yeah.
Clearly American, I'm going to guess.
Yeah.
Just because of the dork bit.
Dorkosaurus says, Lynn, most people have figured it out. Absolutely. I did
painting
it.
the back of this. Painting the back of this guy's helmet. I don't need to because you can't see it.
Yeah. I did it the cheats way. I just said PM me.
Yeah, well, so you're no smart ass, are you?
No, but it had you thinking that I was, didn't it?
Yeah, but you're not supposed to then say how you did it.
Yeah, but
Look at this amazing trick. Wow, here's how I did it. Oh.
Absolutely. I'm not a person who believes in hiding things. What's I doing?
All right. Some shizzle.
I need to hunt that down.
It's the first time I've ever painted a figure live on the telly box.
I know. Shock horror.
I know.
You can blame me, mate. I'll accept full responsibility.
No, it's probably Edward's fault anyway.
Oh.
Are you calling a huge bottle? Dum, dum, dum. I spent so many hours playing the original Combat Evolved. I literally would just play the levels over and over and over again for hours and hours.
Yeah, but there's some games in it that they just don't grow old on you.
I mean, I couldn't go back now and play it like that because it's. But just yeah, I just sit there and I'd quite happily play through like half the levels.
Yeah.
Just if on my weekend I'll play Halo all day. There you go. We've been playing it for months. You've had the game for 2 years. I know, but I love it so much. Play it more. My perfect relaxation was to sit down and fire up Assault on the Control Room. And then 2 Betrayals. Because it was the same level backwards. But the irony was, of course, because I played it so much, I knew where everything was. I knew everything that happened. So I could just run through the same routine, Yeah. Get to this point where you first get the Scorpion tank, shoot the Banshee down from up on the ledge before the pilot has time to get in it, so you get yourself a free Banshee when you're not supposed to have a Banshee. There you go. Now you can fly through the rest of Assault on the Control Room in a Banshee. Cool! Not supposed to, but I did. Okay, that's a bit blobby there. We'll just tone that down a bit. Don't start. Don't make me ban you from your own channel. That probably wouldn't be good. Actually, I think I can use the same colours here. As long as the collars and cuffs match. What are we doing in chat? Lynn, most people have figured it out. I should put my name further up in the chat. My brain isn't working. Okay, Bill. Okay, who's Bill?
Oh, Fox, really?
Dorkosaurus is the best, says Dorkosaurus. There's a bit of bias there, I think. Well, the secret's out. Love the name. How was your race several weekends ago? You're not supposed to speak it aloud, says Deadwood. Oh, I've just said it aloud as well, haven't I? Never mind. Oh, well. Can't trust me with anything. You should know that by now.
Absolutely. Shame racing didn't go very well, but still had fun. That's the key, as long as you have fun.
Yeah, that's all it's about.
That's what it's all about, mate.
I'm consulting the leg end to see what this guy's ears are doing. Okay, that makes sense.
Hey.
Right,
Let's
so
drop that.
if I use that colour for his helmet, it's got the same base brown but without all the black washes. That should go away with that.
Need to decide what I'm base for as well.
I like the fact we're just sitting here muttering to ourselves.
I know.
Most people get to see the decision-making processes.
Went into .cotton mode again there, didn't I? Yeah. I know.
I know. Oh, my neck, you know.
Yeah. I had a dude that went in there and I can't remember where I put it, so I'll print another one.
Could it be in your... Have you got like a dude drawer?
I have got a Greeble box full of stuff, haven't I? It might be in there. Could be in this bag of dudes.
Enormous bag full of dudes. Where could this dude possibly be? Possibly in the bag of dudes,
yeah,
possibly.
I thought I'd got it out. That sounded wrong, doesn't it? Oh.
I'm not even getting involved in that one.
Yeah.
You keep your. I'm doing the Chris and painting over the wet palette. That's the most stupid thing you can do. And yet I'm doing it.
He's for Insane Blade, that one. That's the welder, isn't it? Yeah, that's Flame Blade. He's standing there like a lettuce. Yeah. It's the professional terminology, that, isn't it?
Standing there like a lettuce.
Yeah,
Lettuce pray.
It's standing there like a lettuce, isn't he? He's the one who hangs off the back of the, what do I call it? Crow's nest. The one off, because these dudes are all for Insane Blade.
Oops.
Yeah, that's the one who runs across the rope bridge. Yeah.
I'm having trouble with this guy's flight helmet because.
Having trouble with your helmet?
Yeah, helmet trouble. It's just difficult to see where the helmet ends and his ear sticking out begins. For some of it. It's a bit soft and fuzzy around the edge of the leather.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because he's got like his ear sticks out holes in the flight helmet, but it's kind of a little bit detailless, so it's hard to see.
Could go in there, couldn't he? Yeah, sod it, it'll do. Tell you what I will do, though, I'll super glue his head on because it keeps falling off.
Things that you don't often hear in conversation. I'll simply glue his head on.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Yeah, it'll do. It can go in the front then. But that's all the dudes for the Insane Blades.
Put them in a different bag, just labelled Insane Blade.
They're on the thing with the Insane Blade at the moment.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, the dudes for it are in the bag on the Baneblade.
Ah. Baneblade, you say?
Yeah, every time I walk into this room and see that, it's soon.
Soon, my child.
The wait is going to be worth it. That's what I'm telling myself, because, yeah. I'm so glad I didn't paint it straight away, because I think I would end up repainting it.
Paint it twice, you say? Double bubble.
Oh.
No!
So,
Chips are done. Wait for the sausage.
yeah, you can live in there like that. Okay. Yep. Happy with that. He's got the raging ump over.
I like the way you're giving him all like emotions and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's Orcs, isn't it? It's me fellas. Orcs, get your Orcs here,
Your boys.
Right, you little squigs, get yourselves in ready. Don't get thrown out that catapult. Yeah, you. Get that painting done. Yeah, Festa's finally gone mad. Orcs, voiced over by Festa.
You need to watch some of the looting videos on Lorb for the orcs.
Oh, really?
They'll just get you so quickly up to date on what orcs are and how they work and stuff.
I would love to sit and do almost like an animated storyline, you know? I'd just do the voiceover and then email it over to Paul Stewart. It's Orcs, in it? It's Orcs here, £3 per pound.
Yeah.
Got a bubble, ain't ya?
I can't tell what's going to be visible when that head is glued on. I can go to all the trouble of painting various bits and then realise that half of it's not going to be actually visible anyway. Is Raggy going to be added somewhere?
What, on this?
To the orc
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, I'm going to do a raggy flag.
Flaggy.
See what he did there? Yeah,
Did you like that?
I did.
You can have that one free.
Oh, yeah, you got to have a bit of raggy in there.
Lynn says burpage. Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
I was say, normally it's me that yawns, mate. I've done well today. Mind you, I've been asleep most of it.
Edward says that when he got the red gobbo and he said that was soft too, he couldn't tell where the ears and hat came together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like these ears are sticking out the back of the flat helmet, but it's kind of tricky to see exactly where the edge is. Excuse me, Vicar. Excuse me, Vicar. Yay, Raggy Flag, says Lynn.
Yeah, I'll do that in a sec.
I will totally watch a cartoon orc series voiced by Festa, says Candygram.
Good man. I'll do that for you, Jeff. Yeah, get over here, you damn squeaks.
Did you see the... that's a stupid question, I know, but did you see the little video they put on the Warhammer channel?
No.
Because, it's all behind the paywall now for Warhammer Plus for all the animated series.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, they got Warhammer Plus and they got some animated series, but one of them, one of the early ones, they just released it free as a teaser, and it's all these orcs. It's the one of these elder orcs telling two other young orcs about some legend. I can't remember what the story was now. Yeah, what do you think about this then? Well, you know what? It's like kind of, I'll send you a link to it.
Oh, cheers, mate. I'll watch that.
The animation's not brilliant, but it's quite a good story. It might have been, I can't remember if it was about Commissar Yarrick, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Another, oh no, can't do more wash on there because it's not dried. Good God, man. Good God, man.
Good God, man.
How long is it going to take for this nonsense to drown? I don't know what colour trousers to give him. Trouser coloured, yes. What colour belt? I don't know. What's on his trouser area? Unfortunately, it's going to be a brown leather jacket, a brown flight helmet, and then a brown leather chair.
Yeah.
Lots of browns. Got to make them all look different somehow. Challenge accepted. Now I can give this little grot a black wash on his flight helmet because he's not got anything else brown on him to look the same. So he can have a bit of a wash of his helmet. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I have a wash on his.
I'm going to wash his helmet.
Oh, I need to get out more.
Dirty little grot.
Yeah, well, you dirty little grot.
Actually, no, I can't do that yet because I've got to paint the ear parts.
Do it in the voice of Steptoe. You dirty old grot.
You dirty old man. Filthy, dirty grot. Oh. Actually, no, I've got to do his,
dear.
his earphone parts, haven't I? Yeah. Thing is, on these old fly helmets, the earphones are always like black, but they look rubbish unless you're doing metallic, so...
You dirty, dirty old grot.
You filthy, dirty old man.
Harold.
Harold. The funny thing is, right, up until about the year 2000, next door to us we had living this couple.
Yeah.
Well, it was a family, but it was like an old guy and his wife, and basically he worked for the council gardens, parks and gardens, and they were very old, but they really were like the salt of the earth types.
Yeah.
So it was the guy was called Harold.
Yeah.
And his wife was called Betty.
Oh.
And they were dead down to earth.
Yeah.
But Betty, bless her, you'd do sat there and you'd hear, Harold, Harold. Real Hilda Ogden type. And we'd just be like, Harold. Oh, it's so funny.
We used to have Bert and Betty living at the back of us.
Yeah.
And they were the same. He was that typical flat cap with the chisel moustache, you know, and yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll do them. I'll do them grey, I think. My neighbour on the other side, again, when I was younger, was an old chap called Charlie.
Yeah.
And his wife Joan, and he was a proper like ex-army, probably served in Africa somewhere. He was a proper like Captain Mannering type, but without being posh. He was probably an NCO, probably like a sergeant or something.
Yeah.
But you know, he probably served in Burma or somewhere like that. And he had the little moustache and everything.
Oh yeah, some right characters, isn't there?
Mm. Painting this grot that once it goes into the model will never be seen ever again.
That's the heartbreaking part, isn't it?
Yeah, still going to paint it as best I can, but
when you know that no one's ever going to catch a glimpse of it.
Yeah, well, you know, hey,
you know,
we
it's
do it
there.
for the love. We do it for the love of it.
Absolutely, we know it's there.
Mm. It's like the little Easter eggs I put into every single one of my builds.
Oh yeah.
That most probably will never be found.
Yeah, but it's always fun, isn't it, putting an Easter egg in?
Yeah. It might be something written on it, might be something in it, might be something else, you never know. Every single one of my builds has something.
Something that shouldn't be there. Always works.
Yeah.
It's like Ted when he put the bloke in the sub with the iPhone.
Oh yeah. Or the picture on the wall of Pete Mate.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, instead of having like a framed picture of Admiral Donitz on the wall or something.
Someone will spot it. That's the thing, isn't it? And yeah.
Well, I don't know. It depends where they put it in the shop. It's probably up on a shelf somewhere. Probably they won't. I doubt they'll ever turn the lights on. In the same way they never turn the lights on my Eagle because that requires taking it apart. No. Not going anywhere near that thing.
Oh no! I mean, the only time the cat lights went on was when I was showing the model. It's like, yeah.
It did give me comfort the other day when somebody, I can't remember who it was now, posted up a picture in the boom hut because they'd been to models.
Yeah.
Of the Eagle in the cabinet, and it's like, oh look, the command module front is still in place.
Oh
even
yeah,
though they've moved it to
yeah.
Either it's not come off or it's not, or they've been able to figure out how to put it back on again because it had the habit of falling off because it wasn't glued into place. So.
Yeah, it's very comforting knowing that a model you've built is up there still.
Oh, yeah. Right. Now it's time for some lead belcher.
It was the look on Pete's face when he realised he had to try and store the submarine somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Well, those that don't know, it got stuck in the back office for a little while.
Yeah.
Because it's the only place that could fit a 4-foot model. Hugh Gordon says, my Beyblade lies over the ocean. His trousers should be black and white checkers. Have you seen where they are? They're in there. I'm not putting checkers on them. That ain't happening.
I may be daft. I painted checkers on me staff.
On it's all right. Looks pretty good. I've got to paint checkers on some of these little tiny missiles, bombs and things, I think.
Why not?
But I'm quite impressed you painted on them. That's really tiny.
It just seemed the thing to do at the time.
Lynn Dipple says, dang, I missed the eBay for the camo Beyblade. Yeah, I'm afraid it didn't take long to get sold, that one. The other one's still available.
Yeah.
You know, you snooze, you lose, unfortunately. That's the downside. Can't be hanging around.
Where is it? Oh. Pick up the wrong one. It's that one.
Matter.
I know.
A motoring spoon.
Right pair of old mutterers, isn't we?
Yep. Nothing wrong with a good mutter.
Absolutely. Two thin coats, says Duncan.
Sometimes 3.
Absolutely.
But with contrast paints, sometimes 1. This is not the right brush really for this, but in fact it's completely not the right brush. Let's switch to the correct brush.
Yeah, hopefully get that order this week from Goblin. Looking forward to that.
What's that?
Me order from Goblin. They're just waiting on Lib Belcher to come in and then they'll ship it. So it's kind of nice knowing that it'll be arriving at some point, hopefully this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Grey Bane Blade is still for sale, says EC Idaho. Yes, it is. Over on Fox's website, links as well as... You got a link on the boom hut as well, ain't you, mate?
Yeah, but the easiest way is just to go to modelmakingguru.com and click on the for sale page.
Yeah.
It's up there at the top. Yeah, the German grey one is still available. The Bane Blade, it's the Bane sword that's sold, so... But I have to say, of both of them, I think the Bane sword was my actual favourite.
Yeah.
I think I had more of a soft spot for the Cornter Bane sword. Than the grey one, if I had to choose. I don't like choosing my favourite child, but, you know. But then with the Bane Blade, of course...
They sold. At the end of the day, it's sold. That's the key.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, with the Bane Blade, you get 2 dudes, not 1. Which is always good.
Underneath the Bane
Blade.
A
Bane Blade. Itty bitty 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 bitty.
Edward Leonard says riding a motorcycle is the most missed thing in my life. Started out when I was 10 and stopped when I was 50. Yeah, I miss it, mate. That's the thing I miss. I miss riding the bike more than I do driving.
I have no understanding of such things.
Yes. I don't know, it's just one of them things. It was the thrill.
Don't they make metal tracks?
See what he did there.
You see what I did there?
I did see what you did there.
Did you see?
It took me a while.
Did you see what I did there?
But I saw what you did there, mate.
What I did there, did you see it?
I did.
And it was good.
It was good, actually.
You saw it and it was good.
I was mightily impressed.
Good. I'd rather be mightily impressed than be marginally impressed.
I was suitably impressed, mate.
I don't want anything I do to end up with marginal reactions, because that's rubbish.
Oh, no.
Mighty impressions is always the way to go. I never did my bench and belly, did I? Well, I never did my belly.
You didn't.
Bench, you know what I'm doing. Belly was haddock and chips and beans.
Oh, yeah, a bit of haddock. Get in there.
Yeah, well, I was in the spar shop the other day getting.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, in the post office. It is a spar shop as well, or whatever it is. I don't know, spar or something. And it was really weird because it was at Spar or whoever it was, they just had a big nationwide hack
Yeah.
on Monday. And they had no computer system at all. So bless them. What the guy had to do was every time you went round looking in the shop to buy things, they had to follow you around and write down what you put in your basket.
Yeah.
Because then they could manually go through a list and work out what it'll cost and tell you how much it was.
Oh, wow.
But the funny thing was, he didn't explain that to me. So I did my post office business because I was posting off the Baneblade. And then I just started pottering around the shop looking for stuff for dinner. And this guy's like following me and I'm like, this is kind of weird. He's like walking behind me with a little bit of paper and I'm like, what's going on? But I didn't want to say anything, so I'm like, I'll just go over here. No, he's following me. What? And then he turned around and said, I'm really sorry, but I have to write down. I said, oh, right, okay. I thought it was just being some like really creepy freak. But yeah, they had a couple of like breaded haddocks. I was like, ooh.
Oh, nice.
And unfortunately, they smelled really haddocky, but the taste didn't match the smell. The taste was a bit bland. And
Oh, what a shame.
they had a real strong haddock smell, which is quite nice. But then it's like, it's a bit tasteless.
Yeah, a bit bland.
Excuse me, Munchkin Modelling Man 72, who I'm going to guess is 49. Evening all. See, I'm psychic, you see. Stopped in to say hi before these storms knock out my internet. Hey, Munchkin.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? We've got storms.
Claire says, the new Revell 172nd Razor Crest just out. Any thoughts on the quality? I haven't. The only thing I've seen of it is the box art photographs, which are shit.
Yeah, they are.
The paint job on the box art is so bad. It's like, Jesus, did you get your 5-year-old son to paint this?
Is it worse than the Swap Man?
Imagine that you brush painted something silver with really crap silver paint and then gave it a black wash with acrylic paint thinned with thinner.
Oh.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Oh.
And imagine you painted the canopy frame by literally brush painting the canopy frame.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So I don't know about the quality of the model. It's Revell's. It's probably crap. It's a Star Wars Revell kit. It's probably going to be crap.
Yeah, don't hold back, mate, will you?
It might be good. But I've only ever come across one good Star Wars Revell kit, and that was the Jedi Starfighter, which was actually quite good. It was actually a really nice kit, that. Apart from the figure, which was weird and flexible rubber. I don't get why they did that. More reasons. But yeah, it was like... It's terrible, terrible box art. So God knows what the quality of the actual kit is. Who can say? I've got to decide trouser colours again, haven't I? Well, I don't think you can actually see the trousers on the grot, but hey. Yeah, Fox, the flake looks so out of scale on the fit. Yeah, it's when it's painted with silver paint. Remember, imagine the world's worst, flakiest metallic paint. Like, that makes Tamiya's silver paints look like smooth as butter.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's painted with like base powdered, just steel. It's horrible.
No.
It's like, I really wish they'd just... I just remembered as well. I remember a couple of years ago, there was a Facebook page of some guy who was actually a box artist for Revell. Do you remember?
Yeah.
About three or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Some guy that was like a box artist. He painted some of the cars for Revell.
Yeah, he used to put all his artwork up, didn't he? Yeah.
And he put all this work up, and it was adequate. It was. We're not talking like Tamiya box art models here, you know. It was pretty bad. Let's just be honest. It wasn't very good.
I think it got taken down in the end just because of the critique, wasn't it?
It wasn't so much that, but if I remember rightly, he became really quite weird. Because people were kind of saying to him, "Look, he came on." If I remember, I can't remember who it was now, but he came on as if he was the big I am. He's like, I'm brilliant because I do these box art for Revell, and therefore it makes me good. And everybody's like, actually, mate, your work's not that great.
Yeah.
But they started off kind of politely doing it, and in the end he's like, no, I'm obviously great because I get paid to do it. And like,
Yeah.
And he was really nasty to a lot of people. In the end, the people were saying, no, mate, you're shit.
Yeah.
Because he was treating them like dirt when he was talking to them. And apparently it got a bit weird, and there was... I think on his only personal profile he had lots of pictures of guns and things like that. I don't know. It got really weird in the end. I'm like,
He
wow.
would have been all right if he hadn't been up himself so much.
Yeah, well, it wasn't. And I think it was funny that all the criticism that was going to him. I think it was because Hannah, remember he posted it in a group that was nothing to do with him.
Yeah.
He posted some artwork in a group, and I can't remember what the group was, but it was one of those groups where like they don't mince their words.
Wasn't the Facebook critique group, was it?
No, it might have been, but it was one of those ones where like you have to expect when you're going in that you're gonna get treated not harshly, but they're not going to mince their words. If you've done a poor job, they're going to say that's a poor job.
Yeah.
They're not going to soft soap it. And he got some flack for it, and he didn't handle it well, and he became really weird and quite aggressive and nasty. And it was like, wow. And I remember thinking at the time, wow, if you're a Revell box artist, you might not be for much longer. Ooh.
Yeah.
But it was like, wow, and it's really not that great work you've done there, mate.
Yeah, I mean, SWAT guy always gets us going, doesn't it? We always love that one.
Yeah, love in inverted commas.
If you haven't seen it, folks, it's the 1/16th scale SWAT soldier, SWAT operative, whatever you want to call it.
No, if I remember, that wasn't originally a Revell kit. That was a Reeboks, wasn't it?
It was
ICM
a
or somebody.
Yeah.
And I have to say, it's a stupid pose.
Yeah.
He just kind of stood there looking at his feet. It's like, what?
Yeah.
No sense at all. I've got that in my collection. I've got it in my collection to do. But
I've got one up there.
I actually found out there's a few figures that Revell do.
Yeah.
One of them's like a Marine in full dress uniform.
Yeah.
And all the paint jobs are absolute garbage.
Well, it's the shiny uniform, isn't it? It's like...
Yeah, it's like they've literally like just brush painted it in enamel paints and left it. It's like, Claire Candygram says, I saw a few photos of the Revell Razor Crest sprues. The ship sprues were clean, but the figure sprue had a horrific amount of flash. See, the problem is that this is the problem, you see. You could look at Disney and say, why are you getting Revell to make all these models? Because they're shit.
Yeah.
When you've got companies like Bandai who will do a much better job and you could get them to do it worldwide. And it's just because Revell can pile it high and sell it cheap.
Yeah, and Disney don't want to pay the top price, do they?
Yeah. Well, the Bandai do it, but it's just they've not got the distribution. But it's like, that's the problem, you see. If somebody wants to send me a Razor Crest, says Dorkosaurus, so I can do a review on it, that would be great.
Absolutely, I'll get... yeah, good shout, Dork. Good shout.
It's like I say, the Jedi Starfighter is actually a really good kit.
Yeah.
It's actually a really nice little kit. It's nicely moulded. It's nice and crisp. Lots of crispy that goes together really, really nicely. I was surprised by it. But the only thing is the figure of Anakin in it is like, it's this weird rubbery flexible plastic.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you just have moulded a plastic figure?
Yeah. Yeah. Why does it have to be complete and utter gash?
Yeah. I would rather do a Lego Razor Crest than a Revell. It would probably look more realistic and accurate.
Yeah, it does make you wonder.
Now you see what you could say is that the Revell one on the box art, you could say, well, it looks like terrible, but then if you look at the actual filming miniature they made of the Razor Crest for the thing, funnily enough, I don't know if you watched it on. There was a little video that came out. It might have been on Tested, where they showed how they made and 3D printed a model of the Razor Crest for certain shots.
Yeah.
Like some of it's CGI, but some of the shots it's actually it's only about that big, a small model.
Yeah.
But when they showed this model they made, they basically 3D printed this Razor Crest and then covered it in bare metal foil.
Oh, right.
It looks terrible. And then they gave it like a black wash. It really is. It's like if you look at it, it's like, wow, that's like a child made it. But it only has to appear in like shots whizzing past dead quickly, so it doesn't need to look accurate or anything like that. It doesn't need to look fantastic.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe Revell are just basing it on that.
Revell probably go, well, it's fit for purpose. Yeah, what purpose?
Burning. I don't know if it's one of the ones that comes with sounds and things. The moment a kit says includes sounds, I'm like, includes me not buying it.
Yeah. You don't like electronics, do you, mate?
No, it's not that. It's just generally if it's a kit with sounds in it, it's usually crap. If it's Revell stuff, now with you can put the sounds in and press a button. Oh, I'd rather just have a good model rather than one that makes noises, thanks. Because that just says it's a toy for kids, and they haven't bothered making an effort. That's one way to know if it's going to be a crap Revell kit or not. It's like I've got the Warthog UNSC Halo Warthog.
Yeah.
That our friend Kenneth got for me.
Oh, right, yeah.
That I've got to build at some point. That's a Revell kit. And it looks alright. I can't remember what the Spartan figures are like. They might be like wobbly, wibbly, wobbly plastic. I can't remember. But that looks alright, but I think that came with sound. No, it didn't come with sounds, that's right. The Pelican, they did a Pelican, Halo Pelican. It's like, oh, that'll be great. And then I saw the kit and was like, oh, it comes with sounds, and also it's got stickers. And oh dear, I'll not get one of those then. It's like, can they not just make actual models rather than just toys?
Yeah, like you say, you don't. A lot of the time you don't always want it to be all singing and all dancing, do you?
Well, it's like, I understand making kits that appeal to children because you want to slap them together and play with them. But what about kits that appeal to actual serious model makers? Seeing as a lot of people that, for example, play Halo would be in their 30s and 40s by now, as we are, or older. It's like, I'm not being funny, but how many 10-year-old kids at the time, 3 or 4 years ago, would have actually given two craps about Halo? They wouldn't even know what it was.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's one of those, isn't it? It's. I just like the Master Chief action figure type thing. I just think it's.
I've got a few of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I built one quite a while back now, but yeah, I do.
I've got one. Them. I've got one of the original. Was it McFarlane?
Yeah.
Series 1 from the original Halo Combat Evolved that came out at the time of Halo Combat Evolved. So it's the original Halo CE Master Chief.
Yeah.
And then I've got a Halo 2 Master Chief. And then I've got a Halo 3. I've got a Halo 2 Elite, massive ears, enormous style.
Yeah.
I've got a Halo 3 Brute, which I really must dig them out because I want to repaint them. The Brute looks fantastic.
Yeah.
But would benefit from being actually painted. They're action figures though.
Yeah.
And I've got a Ghost with an Elite in it, but the Elite's like that big. It's a little miniature Elite.
Yeah.
It was the same scale as the Warthog. But some of them were like the original first generation McFarlane ones way back in 2000 and something.
Yeah, I've got one of the McFarlane Space Marines to do.
I've got one of them. Space Marine! I need to take it apart at some point and actually make an effort.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those ones. Dismantle it into its component bits.
I think it just all pops apart, but I don't know.
Yeah. Not taken mine out of the box yet, I must do.
Space Marine! Marines! Right, I think three layers of Null Oil for this leather jacket should make it nice and dark, I think. It should look fantabulositiness. But the third layer, I think, will be the key here. Trickly noises, la 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 la.
I know, I'm gonna have to record that for you.
Yeah. Or just do a 24-hour live stream that I can have on all the time.
Yeah.
Get like an extra broadband supply just for that.
Oh yeah, once I get some more fish, I'll put fish tank cam back on for you.
Yay. Snail cam.
It's funny, a few people have messaged me, what's happened to fish tank cam?
They're dead.
Yeah, the fish.
Well, you can still have snail. You can still have snail cam.
Yeah, fish that were in it are no longer with us.
They've all gone on to join the Quiet Invisible.
Yeah.
They've gone to the great sunken pirate ship in the sky.
Yeah, the tank will get restocked shortly.
Just have snails.
Well, it's pretty much all snails now.
Yeah.
Well, it's only one fish, isn't there? So, yeah.
Set yourself a challenge and get some kind of deep sea Mariana Trench style fish.
Oh, yeah.
Can you do yourself fish tanks that come with like 1,000 atmospheres pressure?
Yeah. Yeah, you can imagine it, couldn't you? Be like, okay.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking I need maybe, you know, some sort of, get some like deep sea isopods. Oh, they're brilliant. Have you ever seen a deep sea isopod?
No.
Well, you know, like wood lice.
Oh, right, yeah.
Now, apparently, I was watching some videos about this. Isopods make brilliant pets.
Yeah.
In the same way you might keep fish, or in your case, snails. Some people keep isopods, and like a woodlouse is an isopod.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's lots of different types of isopods, like bigger ones and multicoloured ones, and they make really good and easy to keep pets, apparently, isopods.
Yeah.
But the deep sea isopods are like that big.
Oh, right, yeah.
They're like up to a foot long. And they're just brilliant. They had one in a zoo in Japan, in an aquarium.
Yeah.
That it died eventually because it hadn't eaten for 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Because they're quite hard to keep in captivity, the deep sea ones, because they'll just stop eating.
Oh,
And
right.
they weren't really sure why, and I'm like, well, probably because it's not on the bottom of the ocean. It's because it's in a tank somewhere. That's why. But yeah, so it sat there for 7 years, not eating.
No.
Yeah, isopods. Yeah, and I was watching some videos. I thought, you know what, I could get a tank of isopods. Like not necessarily just the bog standard wood lice you get on your doorstep, but you can get like some exotic looking ones that are all different colours, and they're like quite cool. Just poodle about, and all you need to do is give them like some damp wood and a bit of moss.
I think you'd be in your element.
Yeah, isopods. It's hard not to like isopods. Edward Leonard started the Lego Falcon. It's huge. I assume it's the Lego Falcon.
Oh, nice.
Lynn says she can't wait to start hers, but to have a place to put it. I could get the bookcase until that I wanted. The bookcase unit that she wanted. I measured my car and the flat pack wouldn't fit. Get it delivered.
Yeah, 'cause she's still got a perfect grade to do as well, hasn't she?
Mm-hmm. I bought a stand that holds it at an angle, says Edward. I forgot the name, but it takes up a lot less room. Wendy Hickson says, I have some isopods, they're fun. Yeah, I like isopods. Isopods are cool. It's like when we sometimes, for some reason, you occasionally find a woodlouse in your house.
Yes.
For some reason, whenever I find them, it's always in our toilet. We've got like a separate, toilet. It's not in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And on the window ledge, it's a single. It's not double glazed. It's a single pane window.
Yeah.
And on the window ledge is like an old towel to avoid the condensation.
Yeah.
But for some reason, whenever I find an isopod, a woodlouse in the house, it's on that towel in the toilet.
Oh, bless
And I'm
you.
like, where the fuck are they coming from? I don't even know where I don't even know how they're getting in the. I have no idea. I like woodlouse. You open the back door and they all live it. You always find one or two of them in the little bit where the door sits. This little recessed channel.
That little,
little channel, yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Dude, you're gonna get squashed. Let me.
Yeah,
You
it's
sort of
like,
pick them
why
up and
are
let
you
them
in
wander
there?
around.
Yeah.
I like picking them up and let them wander around on my hand. They're cool.
Yeah, just pick them up, let them do their thing.
What
So
kind of
I
isopods do you have? When did you have bog standard ones, or do you have like funky foreign ones, or you can get quite big ones as well? Edward Leonard says, Fox, I had a saltwater reef tank and I used to have nudibranches in there, so colourful. The nickname is sea snails, but they swim. Nudibranches, you mean like sea slugs?
Oh.
Yeah, nudibranches. They're like the tubes with the gills and the floaty bits. I like them. Nudibranches. So you've had sea slugs and now you've had jellies. So you know what's next, Edward, don't you? You know what's next. You have to get some sea pigs.
Portuguese
Sea pigs.
man of war.
No, sea pigs is the way forward. They're like sea slugs, but they're like pink and they got little legs, and that's why they're called sea pigs. Unfortunately, they're very deep sea living, so, you know. Sea pigs, they are the pigs of the sea. Thank you very much, like and subscribe. They are the pigs of the sea, but they are not actually pigs because they will be dead, because they will be drowned, and also squashed by the water. Thank you very much, like and subscribe.
He needs to get out more. He really does need to get out more, folks.
Like and subscribe. What's next? And now we have the figure of the tea, which is now very cold and horrible. Oh. I think I'm going to leave it there. But I'm going to clean my brushes before we go, I think.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Yeah.
So let me go and get some warm water, and then I shall clean my brushes. Back in a
No
minute.
problem, mate. I'll do a bit of chat, Dolian. Let's just put that over there. Any magnifiers anymore? Let's move me wet palette. Wendy Hickson saying Armadillum, Macatum, Zebra, Cubaris, SP Panda King, Porcello, Lavis, Dairy Cow, Porcello, Scraber, Dalmatian, just to name a few. There you go. I destroyed the Latin language.
Oh, have I just missed you speaking Latin?
Yeah.
What did you do? What were you...
I read Wendy Hickson's one. Yeah, totally destroyed it. I take it that's Latin.
Armadillidium maculatum zebra.
Yeah, that's it.
Cubaris panda king. Porciello lavis dairy cow. Oh, imagine it's basically a giant woodlouse called a dairy cow.
Yeah.
Porciello scabbard dalmatian, just to name a few. The zebra one, that's the... I think I know that one.
That's exactly how I said it, mate.
Yep. Panda... I love the idea of like little isopods called like Panda King and Dairy Cow.
Yeah, that sounds cool, mate.
They're kind of adorable. Wendy, you need to put pictures in the boom hut. I know they're hard to take photographs of. We need to see pictures in the boom hut of your little dudes. Little dudes. They're just like, they're so low maintenance. Just give them dampness and leaf litter. Edward says, Hugh's off. Says time for Blanket Bay, folks. Good night, Hugh.
Yeah, good night, mate. Yeah, we'll be coming off air shortly, mate.
Edward says, no, my money and time is done with my sea keeping experience. I enjoyed it, will never forget it, but it's going to be a fond memory for me. Oh. You never know, you might win the lottery and then you'll buy more creatures.
Absolutely.
You know what you need to do? If you don't want to do sea keeping, then the next thing is worms.
Yeah, but credit to you, mate. You know, it's, yeah.
Oh,
Even that'll do a shrimp tank.
Shrimp? No. Worms, it's the way forward. They're very loyal.
Wendy saying, yeah, get the dairy cows, they breed like rabbits. I think you've already read that, didn't you?
So no, I've not read that one. It's an isopod called a dairy cow that breeds like a rabbit.
Yeah. Yeah, how to confuse Fox and Festa in one easy swipe.
The thing is, a lot of people don't realise that stick insects, what am I talking about? I was thinking about stick insects then. The isopods, they just think they've got wood lice in them. They don't realise that they are actually a thing you can keep as pets, and there's millions of different types. I quite like them. I think they're quite charming.
That's just
everyone should get some. Everyone should get isopods. There's actually a video on YouTube that's talking about them, and it's just called isopods with an exclamation mark.
Oh.
And it's like, yeah, that's how you should write it, isopods with an exclamation mark. Always with the exclamation mark. Get the... Oh, yeah, we've done that one.
Yeah. Edward saying the Lynn Dipple, they had them on Amazon. Edward saying, yeah, a reef tank when I was young and jellyfish when I was older is enough. Yeah.
Yeah, worms is the way forward, Edward. Hello, mate. Oh, get that. Ants. Get ants. Ooh.
Yeah, you can always get yourself 10 million snails like I've got.
Accidental snail breeder.
That's all good fun.
Yeah, your snail is a special species called Accidentalis neverendis.
Yeah, but like I say, you can always, how can I say, control the population by putting an assassin in. So,
What's the assassin?
an assassin snail is a snail that eats other snails.
Oh, right. Cool.
Claire's saying, thank you all for a wonderful show, Colin and Fox, and the nice people in chat. Hope to see you all again. Take care, keep well, and bye, everyone.
Take care,
Claire. Always lovely to see you in, my love.
Yep.
Always
absolutely.
nice. Edward says he had tube worms.
Oh, tube worms.
Tube
That's right in my ear. Tube worms. That's two of my favourite words. Tube and worms.
Probus.
Ew. Probus.
Dorkosaurus says, night, Claire. Hope to see you soon. As does Edward. Candygram saying, take care, Claire. Always a pleasure. As is Lynn saying, night, night, Claire, even.
You cannot be yawning, you lazy cow.
I know. Wendy Hickson says, Pystala orida, giant spiny assassin bug. There you go.
That's a bug.
Yeah.
Anything that has the Latin name horrida, I'm not going to want that.
No.
Anything that has, the Latin nasty as fuck yeah? No.
Yeah, it's a, yeah. I'm going to slap you. Yeah. What else is going on? Edward says, no, my money and time is done with sea keeping. Oh, bless you.
Done that one.
Yeah. He done well, though. I mean, fair play.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yep. Squishy had his best life. Thanks to you. And so did Scrotum and Squashy, but we don't care about them as much.
Absolutely.
Squishy was the last of his kind. The last of his kind. But the future is worms or ants. I had to stop watching the Ants Canada channel after a while.
Wendy Hickson saying good night, everyone. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and look after yourself.
Take care, Wendy. And again,
we'll be coming off air anyway, Wendy. So yeah,
big hugs to Wendy. She knows why.
Absolutely, and don't forget, folks, you can still enter the competition for a chance to win an Orc truck, a Valkyrie, or a big ass Baneblade.
Sperm.
I know.
Where that just came from.
But yeah, comments on last week's.
It's a bit literal, wasn't it?
It was a bit on last week's Warhammer.
Not many lines to read between there.
Yeah, I don't quite know where that comes from.
I didn't think of that. It just happened.
Oh, bless you. You're mad, you are.
Sperms!
But yes, you can still be in with a chance to win on that.
Yep. Just remember to go to last week's Warhammer Sunday and put a comment on there. You should be fairly obvious from the comments already there what the phrase needs to be. You need to have that phrase in your comment, or otherwise you won't win. If your name's pulled and it doesn't say that thing, then SOL.
Absolutely.
Hey, I think that's me brushes washed. I've washed me bits. Are you crackling food containers there?
I am just sorting out my fish.
Giving
its little feed before its bedtime. I know. Yeah, bless it. It's got a little fishy duvet.
Oh.
Oh, bless it. It's happy. No, it was stalking me in the corner of the tank, just sitting there staring at me as if to say, "Yeah, come on, get the food out."
Nom, 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 nom. Nom, 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 nom,
Absolutely.
Make with the nom already. God damn it, bitch. Nom, nom, nom.
Candygram says that's a really good lifespan from what he hears. So, yeah, they don't live that long, do they?
What, don't live what long? What? We talk about?
Squishies.
Oh, I don't know. I know.
Yeah, Wendy's saying they normally only live for about 6 months. So, yeah, he got 9 months and 11 months. So he did his best, yeah. Fair play, mate.
Yeah.
Did really well, Edward. I do like that dude's come up really well, mate.
Well, I've still even started to begin with the starting of the beginning.
Yeah, look at that.
I can't quite see exactly where most of that will become invisible when I put the head on. So, but yeah, 3 coats of null oil on that leather's really darkened it down quite nicely.
Looks nice.
To pilot jacket, compared to the brown. The original brown was on the flight helmet there, as the brown it started off as.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I'd just gone straight in with brown, it would have been brown. But this way, I've got some dark patches and some highlights already, so I can just build on the highlights with me lighter brown colours.
The decision making process was worth it, mate.
Yeah, I've still got to do the turnbacks on the sleeves though, because he's got that turnback cuffs.
Oh right, yeah.
And I've missed a load of paint on that bit. God damn it! Ah, smagnets. Oh well.
It's come up well, mate.
I can put a little bit of dark brown paint in that little gap there, just to cover that gap.
Dorkosaurus says good night, everyone. I hope you all have a good Dorkosaurus sleep. Yeah, we're coming off now, anyways. So we're going to call it a night.
Edward Leonard says it's the green wash. You shut up.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely.
Cowbag.
So again, a massive big thanks to all of you for joining us.
Thank you.
Just unplug
Even
the
Guthorn
earphones
says
there.
thank you by going that.
There you go. Massive big thanks for joining us. Don't forget, you're streaming this afternoon, aren't you? You're doing your...
Yes, I shall be back at 3 o'clock. I've not put it up yet, but it'll be up later on this morning. 3 o'clock. It might be Skyrim, it might be Halo. I don't know yet.
Absolutely.
If I do Halo, I've got to do a new title card, and I'm like, no,
no worries.
I don't know if I can be fussed spending 2 hours designing title cards and pre-rolls, but yeah.
Absolutely. I'll see you on the Sunday brunch on Sunday, obviously, clues in the name. And see you again for Warhammer Sunday, where we'll be picking the winners of the competition, won't we, mate?
Yes.
I know.
Absolutely. I have to sit here and not paint this now.
Yeah, looking forward to it, mate. Looking forward to it, I must admit. So remember, folks, you've got to be in it to win it.
Yep.
Check on Games Workshop site. Click the flag to make sure you can get a delivery in your country. If you can, enter away.
Yeah. Like I said before, we will simply order your prize from the Games Workshop web store to your address. So as long as they deliver in your country and you're able to order from them normally, then you're absolutely fine. If you're not sure, like Colin says, just do a test order that you don't complete, and then if you
Absolutely.
If it says we don't deliver to your country, like and subscribe, then you can't enter. If you live in, like, say North Korea or Antarctica, you're probably not going to be able to order from Games Workshop, so you're probably not going to be able to enter.
Absolutely. And
but regardless, like and subscribe.
We look forward to seeing you then.
Yeah.
Take care, folks. I know you all go.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Adios, amigos. Jabella.